just so we can see the real action. Do you have, is it 2 or 3 mics? 2 only. Okay, so if we wanted to bring in a third color, we can just switch the mic. Do I have time? And then our cameras. Oh, there's a microphone. There's a microphone back here that's going to only pick up the generator. That one's going to only pick up generator.
Our chief guests, allow me announce that this is now the seniors final, baseball final, and with your permission, I'll read the names of the participants in this event. In Team Samurai United, we have Alan Amdan. Alan, please wave at us. Oscar Katume, George Bukuma, Joseph Wani, John Kitur, Helen Anyango, Kazuma Fujita, Ninya Shida Miyazaki, Takesh Aikawa, Kazuma Aihara, Yujiro Sakai, Hiroshi Kawajiri, Yuki Kashiwagi, Shinosuke Kurata, Kentaro Yamashita, Takish Fakasadwa, Haruki Komorimiya, Jason Chang, and lastly, Jeremiah Kisia. Team Maasai Warriors, Team roster. Samuel Osongo, Stanley Odhiambo, Austin Chibai, Kenneth Nguyo, Emmanuel Ambipeki, Maxwell Kiarie, Stephen Buro, Daniel Kamau, Michael Wamalwa, Tito Tonti, Trigon Aswani, Beatrice Nita, Valentine Okoya, Bonfaz Rutria, Sharon Price, Angela Takai, Kevin, and lastly, Ponel of Viamo in that order. Shall we all stand for a national anthem?
These are mics?
TJ, national
These
anthem,
are the mics.
please. Let's all be our...
Testing.
People hear me? Yes. Awesome. I can hear myself.
Nice. Testing.
we build it, if we build it,
We will play.
to me, usher in my immediate brother to call Dr. Titus to do the first pitch.
Hello guys. Is it an evening or an afternoon? It's an afternoon. It's a good time again, and we're doing it again, and we'll still be doing it again. Mr. Titus Mujori, you're most welcome for the first pitch. Takeshi will be receiving the pitch from Samurai.
Who's who, even for me, among these names.
Yeah, I guess the jersey numbers are correlate, but they don't even correlate. That's hilarious. The jerseys don't.
I'll do my best.
Do you have a pen?
No. Does anyone have a pen? Testing, 1, 2, 1, 2. Testing, 1, 2.
Testing here. Do you have a pen?
Yeah, does anyone have a pen, please?
No pen?
Can we secure a pen?
Pen would be great. We got a pen.
We need a pen. Can you hear me? You can hear me? Nice. Hey, pity. Okay. Starting more or less on time.
Being on time isn't. Yeah.
My man.
Sante.
Thank you. Yes.
May I take this opportunity once again and acknowledge
Okay.
our
We will need we need the link to get up. Okay, what is it? Running? 10 seconds.
allow me to recognize our Vice Chancellor of the Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology, Madam VC Professor Victoria Wamboi.
A pleasant good afternoon to you, coming to you from the Nairobi Field of Dreams here in JKUAT, Juja, where we are at the Nairobi Baseball Community Championship game. This is the Senior League, 18 and overs, where we have a matchup between the Maasai Warriors of Maasai Land and the Samurai United. My name is Kevin Schreiber,
My name is Mitchell Schroeder. It's nice to be with you here today.
and we're excited to bring you some action here from Nairobi Baseball, the Nairobi Baseball community. We're about to begin here as the Maasai Warriors, the the home team, take the field, and the Samurai United get ready to bat. So this game, this championship game, is the culmination of a 10-team league playing every 2 weeks since January. And we just had a 6-team playoff yesterday. So there was a 1 seed and a 2 seed that had a bye. The 3 played the 6. Then the 4 played the 5. The 4 played the 5, and that winner went on to play the 2 seed. The 2 seed was the Maasai Warriors. They won their game in a very exciting finish. 6 innings, 8-6 over the Mombasa Infernos. And then the Samurai United, this is the 3rd season of Nairobi Baseball Community, and they are champions 2 years running. This year they had a bit more of a scuffle. They had some early season difficulties against opponents like NYS, the Kenyan National Youth Service. They had lost their first game of the season, but they picked it up. They managed to get to I think the 6th seed.
Yeah, that's right. They snuck in, but now they're here ready to defend the title.
Yes, and they beat the 3 seed, the Mullies, Team Mullies. Oh, sorry, that was the 1 seed.
They were the one.
The youth movement.
They'd only lost 1 game all year, and they fell in a tough game to the Samurai yesterday, 13-2.
I think the Samurai's experience, they've been there, they've been to the championship before, they brought their best squad for the playoffs.
Yep, 100%.
And I think it played out in the field because Mullies, they're a young team.
Yes.
Very interesting origin story for Mullies. Muli's is a children's home in Machakos County in Kenya. And this is their first year joining the Nairobi baseball community. And they went on quite a roll, went 8-1 in their 9-game season. Most of their players are between 15 to 18 years old. And they brought the heat during the season, but they were let down a little bit in their final game, in their playoff game against the Samurai, who won that game. I think it was 11 or 12-1.
Yeah, 13-2 yesterday. I was
13-2.
talking to some of the Mullies players after our little friendly pickup game earlier this morning, and they were talking about they were disappointed from yesterday's result, but they're looking forward to improving and coming back next year. So all the power to those guys. It's a young group, but they've got a lot of fight in them, and they really care. And it was pretty fun to watch this morning.
Yeah, they put on quite a show during the regular season, and they're raring to come back for the next season as the Nairobi baseball community continues growing. We started out 3 years ago with a basic baseball field with wood backstop and 30 feet from home plate to the backstop. We threw together some dugouts with some tin roofs and some wood and some chain link. We built out as if we build it over 4 years, thanks to a bunch of donors who came forward and said that this was an exciting project and worth supporting to give youth access to sports. And If We Build It partnered with this university where we are now. It's Jomo Kenyatta University of Agricultural Technology. We shorten it and say JKUAT. JKUAT has been the host and the partner of ifwebuildit.org and the host for this unique multi-field complex in East Africa and home to one of the only international standard baseball fields on the continent, which we are viewing today as the teams warm up and get ready for the championship game.
Looks like we're ready to go here. The Maasai Warriors are positioning their outfielders, getting ready to play. And here we go. As the leadoff hitter steps in. And that'll be Oscar Gatume.
Delivers the first pitch, bit high. The thing that lifted the Maasai Warriors yesterday in their game, their win over the Infernos, was the strong pitching from this pitcher. We'll get his name.
At some point during the broadcast, we will get his name.
Mitchell is taking the initiative of grabbing a pen and marking down the numbers. We don't have jersey numbers for every player, so we're gonna figure out who's on the field for you and name them on the broadcast. But we're excited for this matchup today. Maasai Warriors are also quite a young team. Most of their players between the ages of 16 and 20.
That's way up high. Joseph dives down there a little bit. Oscar, dives down there a little bit to avoid it. He steps back in for its full count. That's there.
Pitches
Oscar goes
corner.
down. Oh, excuse me. Now it's a full count.
2
because
strikes.
Oscar just fouled one off. Yeah, that's right. Okay, cool.
And I believe that's actually, knowing the teammates of Samurai, that's not Oscar. Looks like the order might be a little...
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll figure it out.
Oh.
We're learning on the go on this broadcast. And now, that is Oscar Gatume
That's Oscar.
taking the bat at number 7.
Number 7. Okay.
Runner takes his lead. Ball up and out. Pitch is delivered a bit low, 2-0. One thing that players have had to get used to with this new field is the large dimensions. We have a 60-foot distance from home plate to the backstop, and that's a pitcher's best friend. A lot of room for catching foul balls, but also a lot of room for pass balls to turn into extra bases. As Oscar puts one the other way, in the hole. It's a base hit. Man on first and second, no outs, and that brings up one of the best hitters on the Samurai, number 27. We'll figure out his name soon.
That was just a really nice piece of hitting by Oscar there. Gets deep in the count, fouls a couple pitches off, and just goes the other way with it. Gets his team down the order, so his 3-hitter has 2 runners on base. Looks like we're waiting on something here.
Take a timeout while the catcher makes some adjustments to his equipment.
Does he need more baseballs?
One of the challenges of setting up baseball infrastructure, leagues, teams, having practices in Kenya is that there's not a lot of retailers who are selling baseball equipment here. We have to get by on the largesse of donors who might bring some stuff in their suitcase. But we have an amazing partner who's actually come in to support the live stream. Angels at Bat, a American-based organization who has, I think for over a decade now, been collecting equipment, used equipment from across the U.S. and shipping them to Kenya and other parts of Africa to support the baseball ecosystem, to support teams. And Angels at Bat, led by Max Bobholtz, and on the ground here in Kenya, Felix Kwachi, who have been amazing partners to If We Build It and amazing support to the baseball ecosystem at large through the provision of equipment. And now they are expanding their support. They are supporting the live stream now as they did last year, while also supporting coaches. And they even had a tournament just, I want to say 2 weeks ago, Tucheze Invitational Tournament for 16 and unders at this field. So some really exciting growth in the Kenyan and East African baseball ecosystem, thanks to the partnership and the support of Angels at Bat.
It's so cool, and I was a college baseball player in the United States for a long period of time, and grew up playing baseball in the U.S., and it can feel sometimes like a job. Like it can get very hard, especially training every single day, working towards it, and it's supposed to be serious, but getting to come here, I've been here for a couple weeks now, and watching these players just have a ton of fun has been a real privilege. It kind of reminds you of why we play the game and why we put into it. It's not about the flashy.
Yeah. What brought you to Kenya?
I'm working out here for a couple weeks.
2 weeks only?
5.
Nice.
So I got here mid-May. I'll leave June 12th.
Okay.
Yeah, so hanging out. But I reached out to Tom Wallace, your co-founder, and I reached out to Tom, or I reached out just like on the website. Like I found, I was looking up like Kenya baseball just because I was curious.
Yeah.
And I found If We Build It. And just like kind of on a whim, just like through put my like sent like a comment in or something.
Nice, man. So we just got the news on why the long pause in the play action. So one of the baseballs was warped. It was misshapen. So they had to convene with the umpires as the ball's put in play. That's up the middle for a base hit. Center fielder hustles in to get it quickly. Tosses it into the shortstop, and the bases are loaded with no outs in the top of the first.
First pitch swinging there from 27, bounces one up the middle, getting aggressive early off of the Maasai Warriors pitcher.
And the Warriors pitcher, he pitched yesterday in quite an intense game, so we'll see how he holds up to a second day of action in a row. As one of the tough batters, his name is Yuki Kashiwagi. I know Yuki because I've faced him many times as a pitcher and as a hitter. He's an excellent pitcher. Classic kind of pause at the top of his delivery.
That's
Classic
fun.
Japanese delivery.
That's pretty cool.
And an excellent fielder and an amazing power hitter. We'll see what he can do here with the bases juiced.
That's going to miss down. Catcher blocks it with his mask. Keeps it in front. Keeps a run from scoring.
Yeah, and as I was saying before, on this field, the catcher has to be very alert, very quick. It's a big area for them to cover on pass balls. Delivers the pitch way outside. Nice block by the catcher again.
3-0 count. He's got to come to him here.
Delivers the 3-0. Just outside. Ball
Yuki will
4.
take his walk. So that'll be the first run of the game. We don't have an out yet. The Samurai Warriors are up 1-0.
Yeah, the experience of the elder samurai, the 2-time champion samurai, showing up here in the early stages of this game. As a player in this league, one of the things you got to learn is patience. Pitchers are still learning the game in a lot of cases. They're still learning their delivery, the strike zone. This first pitch is delivered. There's a strike on the outside corner. Cheers from the Maasai fans. So the Maasai Warriors, they also field a Little League team that played earlier today in the consolation game for the Nairobi Little League Championship. They lost to the Kibera Twins. So they came in 4th place in the league overall, but they're still here.
Ball's
cheering
popped up
on.
Back.
Is there room?
And out of play.
Out of play.
So it'll be a 1-2 count to the 5-hitter for the Samurai Warriors.
So the younger Warriors are cheering on their older Warrior counterparts. Hoping that they can dethrone the Maasai Warrior, the Samurai United champions 2 years running.
Pitch on the way, and it's upstairs for ball 2. Got a 2-2 count.
Yeah. Samurai showing a lot of patience here.
Even with a 2-strike count, he's looking for his pitch. He's not looking to get cheated with the bases loaded in less than 2 outs.
He leans out in front of it. Ball's hit to shortstop. They barely get 1 out as the ball is bobbled. But at least they get 1 on the play. Run comes in.
So that'll go as a fielder's choice for those of you scoring in the book at home. Now we have runners at first and third. That did score a run, the ground ball up the middle, 2-strike, put the ball in play. Would have made my college coach very happy. That'll score a run, and it's 2-0 Samurai Warriors. Samurai United? Samurai United.
Samurai United. And up to the plate comes number 22, Takeshi Oikawa. Takeshi, board member of If We Build It, wears many hats, commissioner of the league, trainer of umpires, and player for the Samurai United. He steps in and he puts the first one in play through the second baseman. That'll bring in at least 1.
Hit that ball on the nose right at the second baseman. Just couldn't quite get the glove down in time to stop it from going into right field. And we've again, now we've got runners at first and second. That scored another, and it'll be 3-0 Samurai.
And I'll tell you, Takeshi, he's a tough out, man. It's a tough out.
I don't doubt it.
He's got a quick bat.
Upstairs for ball 1.
I believe it's Alan Amdani who steps in. Process of elimination. If it's not Alan, then it's Jeremiah Kisia, and we'll get confirmation.
Oh, yes, that's correct.
Is it?
From the announcements earlier, this is Jeremiah.
Okay, nice. Don't see his number yet. Ball inside. We got a man on first and second. 1 out. 2 runs in.
small leads at first, both first and second, but second base runners, that'll be downstairs for a walk. That'll load the bases.
And the long inning for a pitcher who already had a tough long outing yesterday.
Can't afford a high pitch count today. He's got to be a little more efficient.
And Joseph Wani steps in. Joseph Wani, who might be pitching today. He pitched yesterday in the Samurai United's second game. Quite a talented young star from South Sudan.
Big hack. Swings through it. That'll be strike one, but I'll tell you, he wanted to do damage to that baseball.
Yeah, he was swinging from his shoes there.
Yep.
Nice pitch there from the Warriors pitcher.
He has found the zone, and he looks like he's ready to put another fastball. And that's exactly what he does.
Down the pipe. Wani can't catch up.
So we've got 2 outs and the bases loaded. A really good bounce back at bat there for the Maasai pitcher. See if he can get out of this relatively unscathed. Only 3 runs have crossed so far.
And here we got the score bug up for you. Fully updated, 2 outs. Pitch delivered. Strike one. Yeah, it seems like the Warriors pitcher is finding his rhythm.
Yep.
Another nice pitch. Good cover by the pitcher. As Keith Hernandez would say, those are good fundies.
That's correct. Doing the little things right is going to win or lose you baseball games. That's really good to see out of the Maasai Warriors pitcher. Even giving up a few runs, he's still locked in, doing his job.
0-2 count. Strike 3. Good recovery by the Warriors.
Excellent job.
Could have been a much bigger inning for the Samurai. Now they'll get a chance to retaliate in the bottom of the inning. As we come to you here live from Nairobi, Kenya, the Nairobi baseball community. And this is our championship festival, the 3rd annual championship festival that we have had. We're very excited for this baseball action today. This will be the longest game of the inning, Mitchell. This is a 7-inning game. The way the regular season usually goes with the Nairobi baseball community is we consolidate all 10 teams to play in one day on a Saturday every 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
And in the course of the season, every team plays each other once. So with 10 teams, each team had 9 games. And we had a compressed season this year, starting in January and ending today on May 31st. So the cadence was a lot faster than it was in past seasons where we played once a month. And this meant that we were actually fitting in 5 games per day on 2 fields. So 10 teams, 5 games per day, 2 fields. Actually 6 games because we would play, a couple of teams would have double headers. So it was a more intense season than in years past.
So were those all 7-inning games?
So no, that because they were all compressed into one day so that we can save cost on things like, umpires, scorers, line chalking, operations, mowing the field, weeding the fields, porta potties, since we don't yet have permanent bathrooms here. So we compress all of those games into one day. And what that means is that we have to have time limits on the games.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay.
So we would usually complete 4 or 5 innings. Every game was about 2-hour time limit.
Yeah,
so once hour 45 came up, then you would finish that next inning.
Got it.
But for the playoffs, since we have the time and the space and we've prepped, we're playing a full 6 innings for yesterday's playoffs and semifinals. And today the championship is 7 innings. So a true test of the pitching depth of both of these teams.
You're going to get to see some of this depth right now for Samurai. It'll be Jeremiah Kissia taking the mound here to start off the bottom of the first.
Number 23 delivers his first pitch. Bit outside. Looks like he's a bit of a sidearmer. I haven't seen this guy this season. We'll see how he does.
The Maasai fans have shown up ready to play today. They are loud and letting the opposite pitcher hear it. There's a slider past him, swinging strike for strike one. He'll take it to 1-1 count.
Warriors batter there is a little off balance. He's quite ahead of that slider. That might be his normal delivery. We'll see how Kisia performs.
And it'll be a 1-2 count here against the leadoff hitter. Jeremiah pauses at the top and delivers a fastball outside. It'll bring it to 2-2.
So it does look like he has a fastball and a slider.
Looks like at least a 2-pitch guy. And so you can see the slider kind of pop up out of the low arm slot delivery there, and you'll be able to see a little dot on it, and that'll tell you that that's a different pitch grip.
Another slider just inside. 2-2 count.
Now, are those vuvuzelas we're hearing in the background?
Indeed they are.
That's outstanding. It's fun that those made it across the pond. Those are huge with Puerto Rican and Dominican teams back in the States. A bunch of those teams would use those. And
oh, a nice off-speed pitch by Kisia. Batter's way out in front. He gets his first strikeout and out of the day.
Really liked how Kisia was just attacking the zone in that at-bat. He looks really confident out there with both pitches right now, throwing them both for strikes and keeping the Maasai batters off balance. Hopefully he can continue. We'll see.
And the question is, can the Maasai Warriors make the adjustment to a guy with a quality off-speed pitch? And a quality fastball, too.
Yeah, that had some zip on it. You could hear the pop from the catcher's glove there. Yeah, so again, this is a league that is learning and growing. Not a ton of guys with a lot of pitching experience, but the Samurai are among the most experienced. So no surprise that we have some quality pitches from Kisia here. You can see he has a nice pause at the top of his delivery. It's a classic Japanese style. He delivers the 1-1. And you see the Maasai Warriors are going to have trouble if that they keep going fishing for the off-speed stuff. Yeah, got to leave that stuff downstairs. Always a challenge, especially when you're on time for a fastball, expecting a fastball out of the hand. You can see the trajectory of the pitch ready to be a fastball, and then all of a sudden it's out from under you because he pulled the string on an off-speed pitch. There's another one, and it's in there for strike 3. That's 2 outs for Samurai.
And you can see the Warriors are a little befuddled by the off-speed, especially if he can find the strike zone with the off-speed pitch. It's my first time getting eyes on Kisia, which is surprising because I've seen a lot of the Samurai. The Nairobi Baseball Community Series, its origins from 2017 and 2018 were a rivalry, a scrimmage between the North American Buffaloes and the Samurai. At the time, they were just a Japanese expat team, a squad that was playing on a high school field hockey field. My co-founder, Tom Wallace, was walking away from a basketball game at Upper Hill Secondary School. And he saw, as that's poked the other way, just foul.
That's a nice swing, though, from the Maasai. Taking a fastball opposite the field. That's an encouraging sign from the lineup trying to figure out a 2-pitch guy here.
Tough pitcher. So as Tom Wallace was walking away from his basketball game and received a challenge from the Japanese folks who were scrimmaging on Upper Hill Secondary School.
That's awesome.
Said, you should assemble some Americans and we should scrimmage and play some baseball. So in 2017, the Buffaloes were formed, played against the original Samurai, and in the first game the Buffaloes beat them, and thus began the rivalry that turned into the first 2 teams of the Nairobi baseball community, expanding after reaching JQuat and scrimmaging on their rugby fields. and their soccer fields. We learned that there was a JQuat baseball team, and actually a lot of the JQuat players were playing with the Kenyan national team. Out ahead of it, the ball is a high bouncer to the shortstop. He gets rid of it quickly, but too late. Gets past Takeshi at first base. Then gets in at second. Nice little deke by Yuki to make the runner think that he had a chance at that ball. Keep him from advancing. And now the Warriors have a man in scoring position with 2 outs.
So something interesting in that at-bat, Jeremiah broke out a curveball there as well, a different shaped pitch. So he's breaking out. He's working with 3 pitches today. Fastball, slider, curveball, big north to south shape on the curveball pitch there. Pretty high level stuff from Jeremiah.
Did he come with a different arm slot on the curveball?
It was more up and down. I think it just popped up. There's your slider there. You can kind of see the dot on it, at least from where we're setting. That's going to be your slider. And then the curveball is going to pop up out of the hand a little bit more and pretty hard north to south action on it. Runner breaks for third base. It's a good throw.
What a gun by the catcher.
They call him safe at
Gets in
third.
under the
That was a
tag.
close play. Great throw from the catcher, number 10.
Gets in just under the tag there. Excellent throw by the catcher.
That's good baseball. That was a great jump at second base. Jeremiah, for all the good stuff he's doing with his pitching, he has a long delivery to home plate, gives the runner a little bit extra time to run. And now we have a Maasai runner 90 feet away from putting a score up on the board. That's upstairs.
And that looked like the curveball.
Yeah, that's a bigger shape. That's your curveball. Either curveball or splitter.
And normally you wouldn't encourage a runner at second to steal third base with 2 outs, right?
No, not normally, because usually if you're on second base, you can score on a single. But with this at this level, balls in play are not guaranteed outs. So I think actually being 90 feet closer to home plate help you score on a ground ball that maybe isn't picked up cleanly or thrown across the diamond well. But if you're on second base, you can't score on that kind of play. So I think that's a pretty heads-up play. You take the base if you can get it.
That's right.
Yeah, there it is.
Nice curveball in there for a strike. Yeah, it's a great point. And also, pass balls. There are a lot of pass balls in this league.
And like you said, that's a deep backstop. If that ball gets past 10, that's going to be a run.
But maybe the Warriors didn't have the scouting report on that catcher.
Oh, and it hits him. So that'll be a free 90 for the Maasai Warriors, and then we're going to have runners on first and third with 2 outs.
Got hit squarely in the back or the neck there. I hope he's all right. We got a medical team from Okoa Ambulance on site. They should be able to run onto the field if any medical attention is needed. Here they are.
Never feels good, but it's probably just a stinger. That'll go away, and he'll be totally fine. Didn't get him in the neck, fortunately. He got him kind of in the upper back area, maybe the shoulder blade, which definitely didn't feel good.
And that puts 2 runners on with 2 outs. And the Warriors have a chance to chip away here.
Yeah, all of a sudden, right? You get those first 2 quick outs, and then you find yourself in a bit of a jam.
That's a nice fastball on the outside corner. We'll see if the runner at first is tempted to take off here. He's being held very close by Takeshi at first base.
And there he goes.
Delivered. Big
Swung
swing.
through. Yeah,
and
good
the
play.
fake.
Good play. You're up 3 right now. You don't need to go get that out at second base. You want to protect your lead. I think that's a great idea to hold that baseball. See if we can get this final out here without giving up a run.
Yeah, and with the fake, sometimes you can get the runner at third base off balance, maybe pick him off. You see this catcher, number 10, is quite savvy.
got an excellent arm, so he might be one of the top prospects here for the Samurai.
It's really fun talking to some of the players before the game and in between the games. Really aspirational kids with big dreams of going to play for their national team, going to play for different organizations. That's a ground ball up the middle. Yuki's got it, but he's not going to have a play, and that'll be a run for the Maasai. Ball was well struck into the ground. I'll tell you, the infield dirt here is really solid, and so if you hit the ball hard into the ground, it's going to pop up. And Yuki had trouble with it, fielding it cleanly up there off the bounce. So it's 3-1 Samurai here, but Maasai's in business here with 2 outs.
So they're chipping away. That's 1 run for the Maasai Warriors. And still a man on first and third. Chance to keep clawing their way back from what could have been a much more difficult inning. Bases were loaded with no outs, and Samurai managed to score 3 runs, but the pitcher for Maasai Warriors recovered.
Yep.
Got the last couple of outs on strikeouts, and here the Maasai Warriors are showing their tenacity. Little 2-out rally. Can they keep it going?
Slider down, but that ball is past the catcher. We're going to have a play at the plate.
Play at the plate is happening.
Oh, and it's through. That's scored.
That's through to the
infield. And they might
infield.
send him, too. No, he'll stop at third base, but we've got a 3-2 game here.
Nicely backed up by the shortstop.
That's exactly right. Even had the left fielder in there. That's good baseball. But ball got past the catcher, and like we were talking about, that deep backstop, not much of a play there for Jeremiah coming to cover home. Takeshi urging Jeremiah to keep calm, keep his composure there on the mound, just deliver the pitches, do his job. That's what's going to get him out of this inning. And it was a swinging strike, too, so it's an 0-1 count. We've got a runner at third base with 2 outs. I think if Jeremiah relies on his off-speed pitches, he's going to get a good amount of swing and miss and probably have some success.
Yeah, you can see he's when he's accurate with his curveball and slider, he's got the Warriors batters flinching. They haven't seen a lot of breaking stuff in this league.
Yeah, and I think there's no reason to go away from it. If he's comfortable throwing it in the zone, which he's proven he is, I think you stick right there. But there's a fastball, and it's by him for strike 3. Slowed him down with the off-speed stuff just to blow a fastball by him. But that's a productive inning for Maasai. We've got a 3-2 game, very competitive here going into the top of the second.
Top of the second in a 7-inning game that decides the champion of the Nairobi Baseball Community Series. We're here live from Juja near Nairobi, Kenya, where the baseball community is alive and well and partying. You might hear some music in the background, and that is Kenya's vibe. When it comes to baseball, we got music, we got vuvuzelas, we got dancers. Sometimes we got dancers. They'll be coming out in between innings at some point. That's right. We got food in deep left field being provided by Anne, who is a local of Juja but spent some time near Baltimore feeding her Little League team. And now she feeds the Nairobi Little League, providing hot dogs and beans and milk for kids who come from informal settlements and places all around Nairobi to play baseball here at the Nairobi Field of Dreams by If We Build It here at JQuat. And we can hear our very own Ninja on the ones and twos pumping up the crowd. I asked him if he wanted to come in and do color commentary. He said, "No, man, I'm gonna hype the crowd. The crowd wants me."
It's good to be wanted. I'll tell you, that's a fun time. He's keeping the party alive, and the fans are really into this one, which is a lot of fun for us. Looks like Maasai's ready to go here. We are back up to the top of the second inning as Samurai United steps in.
And this is Joanne Couture, who steps in for the Samurai. So one of the things that's unique about the Nairobi baseball community is we have a mixed league, women and men playing on the same fields, and there are some very resilient and strong women who are here playing up there with the boys. As she takes a big cut with the fastball.
Tell you, that swing don't care who you are. That's a pretty powerful swing. If she connects here, that ball's going to go a long way.
And Joanne is also an umpire and scorekeeper for both the Nairobi Baseball Community Series and the Nairobi Little League. So our volunteers as ifwebuildit.org are an integral part of being able to run baseball and grow baseball here in Kenya. As she takes another big cut. 1-2 count. And she's a tough out. I faced her. She is a tough out. She has a good eye for the strike zone and takes a big hack. Oh, goes down swinging on the high fastball. That's one out. And now we're back to the top of the order with Alan Amdani. Alan, the catcher for the Samurai United, who displayed his great arm, almost nabbing a runner at third base.
Huge hack. That's an awesome swing.
Takes
you love to see that. Hack. Love to see that early in counts. Let's go do damage to the baseball.
He's swinging for the cafeteria over there in left field.
I would be too. That ball's fouled back.
Another big cut, fouled back just over our heads here in the booth. We're coming to you from just behind the backstop, down the third base, looking down the third base line. As we mentioned, this is a international standard baseball field, the first of its kind in Kenya, with 325 feet down the left field line, 389 to center fields as that ball's delivered up, 1-2.
Yeah, that's a poke. I'll tell you, I played at a bunch of different fields, bunch of different sizes. 325 down the left field line, 390 to center. That's a pretty standard college baseball field. Got 2 strikes here on Allen. See that downstairs in the dirt for ball 2.
It's a good eye from Allen and Donnie. Mitchell, what was your position in college?
Played catcher and first base. Filled in the outfield from time to time, but mostly I was a DH, which is a designated hitter, so I would just hit. Big swing. Allen down, and that's 2 outs here for Samurai as Maasai seems to have found their groove a little bit.
Yeah, great recovery from the Maasai Warriors, who, you know, as a young team, if you take a beating in that first inning from the 2-time champion Samurai, you might think that we would be down and out, but they're showing some grit, some resilience. Scratched back 2 runs in the bottom of the first and gotten the first 2 outs in a row as Oscar Gatume comes to the plate. Swinging at the high pitch.
Yeah, that one looked a little bit out of the zone. I think we're getting really aggressive early in counts, which is good, but I think as most of the Samurai would tell you, the more pitches we can have him throw in this game, probably the better it's going to be from a strategy standpoint. So I wonder if that'll be a conversation in between innings.
So John Chan, the pitcher for Warriors, throws a little ephus. Definitely not a curveball. He slowed his arm down a lot for that one, but he got a swing and a foul ball from Oscar Gatume. Oscar, one of the young stars of the league of Samurai United. A bit of a social media sensation. He was on the news yesterday with our co-founder Tom Wallace of If We Build It. He puts that ball in play down the first base line.
That's going to be a hit.
That's a hit.
Couldn't quite field it cleanly over there at first base. That was a hard hit ground ball, and Oscar will reach for the second time today. Using that opposite field really well today, Oscar, as that's 2 knocks into right field for him.
Yeah, as I was saying, Oscar, a young star in the making for the Nairobi baseball community. He's got a bit of a social media following as a Kenyan baseball player. He's, I want to say he's 18 years old, either 17 or 18, so still a young prospect, still learning the game, but he's among some seasoned veterans on the Samurai and learning a lot, learning how to hit with 2 strikes there, put the ball the other way, just get it in play and good things will happen.
Absolutely. Ball's in play with 2 strikes, I think, especially here where the ground is hard and players aren't always familiar with fielding ground balls. It's going to be the difference between winning and losing today. Extending those innings, trying to keep the inning going as long as you can. It's going to be all about balls in play. Looks like we're having another incident here with the baseballs. Takashi didn't like what he saw with one of the shapes of the baseballs or some kind of condition, so asked for another quick look and hopefully get this sorted out soon.
Yeah, we should have a few more new baseballs, courtesy of my mom and dad, John and Sherry Schreiber, who are visiting Kenya for this great event, to see this country, to see the community we've been building here at the Nairobi baseball community with If We Build It, and also the Oyana School community. Oyana School, my wife Emily Post's school, brilliant primary and secondary school in Loresho, Nairobi, that is running our kids activity area in deep center fields. So all the kids from the Nairobi Little League who are on a break right now, they're getting a chance to throw at the target, see their speed on the radar gun, play a little bit of Cal Ripken baseball with a wiffle ball bat.
I'll tell you, it is so cool. I mean, as an outsider kind of coming over here for the first time, it's incredibly special to watch so many kids excited about baseball, wanting to play baseball, want to be a part of a team. It's super promising and kind of reminds you why you play the game.
As Oscar takes a walking lead and easily steals second base on the ball delivered by John Chen.
We've got a runner in scoring position here with 2 outs as 2-7 steps in.
A nice cut by 27, but fouls it back.
We got a 1-1 count here. As Oscar's going to try to take third base. Ball's popped up down the third base line. Looks like it's going to be a tough play, but it's caught down by third base. That'll wrap up the inning. Maasai gets out unscathed.
Well done by the Warriors to keep the United off of the scoreboard in the second inning. You can see the excitement by the Warriors and their fans.
It's just awesome. It is fun to watch.
Community spirit is alive and well here at the Field of Dreams here in Juja at Jomo Kenyatta University of Agricultural Technology. We're coming to you live courtesy of Okapi Sports. Okapi Sports, who have been with us now for 2 years, have done the live stream and broadcasting for, this is our third baseball event. Is that right, James? Third baseball event that they've done. First time at this field. So, you know, we're all still learning where to place cameras, how to track the ball with the cameras, how to do commentary.
I'm definitely still figuring that one out. As I'm sure anyone tuning in can tell, this is my first time commentating on a baseball game other than talking to friends about it. So this is a real honor for me, and I appreciate everyone who's listening.
You're doing great, Mitchell. So who's your MLB team that you're rooting for back home?
Oh, great question. So, okay, I was born in the Bay Area in California, and my parents were big Giants fans, San Francisco Giants. For anyone out there, Buster Posey is my favorite player. Grew up idolizing him. He was a catcher. I was a catcher. He could hit. I could hit. And so I've always been a Giants fan. I recently got to go see them play when they were out playing against the Washington Nationals. It's always fun to get to see them play, and it's huge in the States and especially in Latin American countries, a lot like football is here.
Yeah, and I think with the rule changes in the MLB recently, it seems like the pace of the game is speeding up and maybe fanhood is growing, not just in the United States, but worldwide. As the first pitch of the inning is delivered just outside.
Looked pretty good to me there. Jeremiah's looking at the umpire wondering what happened with that fastball. But yes, no, I totally agree. And it's a couple factors, right? It's the pace of play. It's the fact that people are hitting balls harder and throwing balls faster than ever before. And it's also unique organizations like the Savannah Bananas and the league that they've started, the Neon League that started in college baseball. Other like smaller college level sports have really taken off. Summer ball even for baseball has become really popular for fans. Just exposing kids to the game at different levels, and it's not always super serious, right? There are fun games that can be played. There can be a guy on stilts out there walking, throwing pitches, and it just it increases the access. And I think that MLB's gotten a lot of criticism over the years for not growing the game and expanding the game. I think that criticism's been heard, and they're doing a nice job turning it around.
Nice fastball delivered by Kisia.
We got a 2-2 count here to the Maasai batter. Kisia seems to have locked himself back in. He's hit the zone with a fastball and a slider so far in this at-bat.
And it's a great point, Mitchell. I mean, baseball was always meant to be entertainment. So Savannah Bananas can coexist with MLB teams as Kisia strikes out the first bat of the inning.
Yeah, drops in a curveball. That's just a tough pitch to hit. You think it's coming at your front hip, and it just dives right back into the zone. That's a great pitch from Kisia. 100%. I think baseball over the years, especially historically, has kind of been a stoic, composed, kind of humble sport. You're encouraged growing up to keep your emotions in check, and I do think that's good to a certain extent. But this new age of players, and I'm part of it, showing your emotion is encouraged. And I think that's made the game a lot more entertaining to folks, to the younger generation, for sure.
Absolutely. And you can also see that, when you expand to different nationalities, different geographies with baseball, the game can take on a little bit of a different character. If you've ever been to or seen a high school game in Japan.
Yeah, I've always wanted to go.
Incredible, the level of engagement from fans. There's cheerleaders, there's songs.
It's like college football in the States. It's a cult thing.
So we love to see baseball communities all over the world taking on their own character, trying out their own things. As Kisia delivers another
slider.
That's
2 outs.
Gets the hitter way off balance, way out of front. And if Kisia's locked in with those breaking balls, Warriors have shown they're going to have a tough time. They're going to have to make the adjustment, stay back on it, or else they're going to have a rough go.
Yeah, and it's really, for Maasai, it's really just about putting balls in play at this point. Showing Jeremiah that he can't just live all day there with the slider and the curveball. If they can just start putting that ball in play, good things are going to happen for him. We're back to the top of the order here for Maasai.
Yeah, now he's seen Kisia, so let's see if he can make an adjustment. As he delivers a fastball at the letters.
Yeah, top of the zone there. That pitch has gone both ways today.
And that's tough because if he comes in with a curveball, it's coming in at the same height and then dropping down. So you've got to make the adjustment if you're the Warriors.
Another fastball. That one's up and out. Make it a 1-1 count. I was on a tour yesterday in Nairobi, and a tour guide told us that if you start to see butterflies flying around low to the ground, it means that rain is coming. And I'm seeing a bunch of butterflies around the field right now, so I hope that tour guide was wrong because I don't want to have to stop this game.
That's right. It is butterfly season. The rains are unusual for this time of year. In Kenya in general, the rains over the years are very regular. You have the long rainy season that goes from, I want to say, late March, April, into May, but usually by late May, it's turning dry.
Yeah, that'll do it.
So he strikes out the side. Kisia is excited. He's galloping into the dugout. Very clean inning.
Yeah, I'd be excited, too. That was a pretty great inning there from Kisia, mixing all 3 pitches effectively against Maasai. As you saw there, the last strikeout pitch swinging was looked like a curveball, a little bit bigger shape to it.
Yeah, so as I was saying, we'll have to see how the weather shakes out for us, but so far so good. We had a little bit yesterday with the playoffs. We had a little bit of drizzle at the very end of the day around 4:30, 5 p.m.
So how did that impact for most of the season earlier in the spring, right? You guys have been playing since January. How did that impact the field? How did that impact the games? Did you guys have to move things around to to fix around the rainy season, or was it?
Excellent question. So during the day, during the long rains of Kenya, actually most of the time it's pretty dry, and the rains come in the evening and overnight. So it's relatively regular, where most of the time, as long as there's not major downpours that make the field very soggy and muddy, then you can play as long as the water's managed. But as if we build it, this is a facility we developed very carefully, thinking about the flow of water across this space, because just nearby there is a seasonal wetland. So in the rainy season, this area could be a wetland, and the soil that's underneath this field is a very clay soil. It's called black cotton. And actually, you can see from the drone shot right here, excellent timing, just at the bottom of your screen is that wetland. You can see it's pretty wet right now because we've been experiencing some rains. But to build this multi-field complex, this facility, we have had to harvest soil from another part of campus. And the whole facility on the left, that's new dirt, that was done over the course of 4 months at the end of last year, starting in October, ending in January. We had over 1,000 trucks worth of soil brought in from another part of campus about 1 kilometer away. And what that's done is it's created a stable playing surface. So even when the rains come heavily, we do have some pooling on the fields, but we do manage to make it graded so that it flows off to another part of campus. And we've had to install drainage trenches all around the fields. We have culverts, which are basically like tunnels for the water to go under the road to another part of campus. So water management is very key when it comes to developing baseball fields, and something that we've learned as we've gone along as if we build it. As the inning begins, top of the third, Yuki steps in. Ball 1 by John Chen.
That's downstairs. Ball 2. John Chen's going to have to find his way back into the zone here, especially against a good hitter like Yuki. You don't want to fall behind to a guy like that, because he's looking for one pitch only. He's looking for a fastball that he can drive.
Oh, and he gets a hold of that one, but just fouled down the left field line.
Yeah, he got his pitch. I bet if you asked him right now, he'd tell you he'd miss it. He wants that one right back. He got his fastball and was hoping to drive it. Just looks like he got it off the hands just a touch. It beat him.
And you see these guys are quick. These guys are quick inside.
100%. Well, I was playing in the pickup game earlier, and I don't get jammed up very often, but a 16-year-old kid beat me up on the hands, so I'm very familiar with that today.
And leans in other way. That ball is driven but caught in a nice play by the Warriors right fielder.
That's
He's
a
excited.
great play. That ball was smoked to the opposite field.
That was a nice adjustment by Yuki going the other way. And a hot shot line drive. That was handled well by the right fielder there.
Excellent play.
As you can see, Yuki, tough out. Always a tough out. But the Warriors handled it. Make a great play. And that's a key first out at the top of the third inning. First pitch is delivered high. And this batter, I'm not sure his name, but he smoked a home run yesterday.
Is that right?
On field number 1 over there. So he's no easy out either.
Yeah, no slouch. He put it over like the actual fence, or was it inside the Parker?
That was over the actual fence.
That's pretty cool.
He
That
takes a
ball's
big
popped
hack.
up.
Can the catcher get there? Oh, it clanks off his glove.
Nice play, and that should actually be a fair ball, but we're going to call it foul.
So that is
Kentaro.
That's Kentaro Yamashita, as we're hearing from Ninja over there at the crowd activation. I hope the noise isn't too much for the crowd at home in the background, but you can tell over here at field number 2 at the Nairobi Field of Dreams, it is a vibe.
Yeah, it's keeping the energy up for us, I'll tell you that.
As Kentaro steps in, 1-2 count.
Fastball
Nice
popped
hack.
up to right field.
Just over.
That's going to find some grass, and Kentaro takes a big turn at first base, but he's going to be happy with a single. A little bit of contact over there at first base on the throw, trying to backpick Kentaro. But he's going to settle for a single.
Interesting play by John Chen trying the back pick there because both the first base and the second baseman were running out there to try and catch that fly ball. But that is a bloop single for Kentaro as Takeshi-san steps in. And again, this is a tough lineup because you got no easy outs for the middle of the order. Takeshi with a big hack. Pop up in foul ground. Not caught.
It's caught.
Is it caught?
It's caught. That ball was
wow.
caught.
Can we get a replay on that?
That ball was caught over by the fence, so we're going to have 2 outs. What a play by the first baseman.
Couldn't see from our angle over here on the first base line. It looked like it was angling.
The only way I could tell is the
bounds.
catcher jumped about a foot in the air celebrating it and got a pretty big reaction from the crowd. So that's a special play, getting 2 outs here for Maasai.
It's
going to get past the catcher. Kentaro will advance to second base, take a turn, look at third base, but he's going to hold.
So Warriors would love to tack on a run here. It's a tight game. 3-2 Samurai over the Maasai. 2 outs. And this is the pitcher, Kisia Jeremiah. So he would especially love to tack on a run, give himself a little more breathing room.
Yeah, seeing if he can help himself here. Meanwhile, John Chen is 1 pitch away from getting out of another inning.
Big cut a little early by Kisia. 2-1 count. And that's one difference between the MLB and the Nairobi Baseball Community Series is we will always have pitchers hitting. Hits a shortstop. Nice pickup. Well charged by the shortstop and an out at first.
Really
end
nice
the inning.
play, how to handle that ground ball. It's a tough surface. They're doing a nice job, and as they deserve, fired up heading into the dugout, hoping to score some runs. One thing I love about this Maasai team is we're running hard on and off the field. These guys want to be here, they want to win, and it's really fun to watch.
And would you believe they do not have a formal coach? They coach themselves.
I 100% believe it, and I think that probably adds to the camaraderie of the team, the chemistry of the team, makes them really want to play for each other. I think when leaders emerge naturally on a group rather than being designated, by a coach, whether it's designated captain, when a group kind of chooses its own leaders and see who emerges as a natural guider of people, the energy just flows from that person, from those people, and carries the team to success. So I'm sure, without a doubt, that's part of Maasai's keys to victory today is their personnel.
Absolutely. They're a scrappy team. They're tenacious.
Now, can I ask you about the outstanding construction of the field? How did a partnership with JQuat, the Agriculture and Technology University here in Kenya, how did that help with the construction? How did you guys get other groups involved, students at the college involved? What did that look like?
Excellent question. So, I'm co-founder of ifwebuildit.org, who built these fields, and partnered with JQuat, who have donated this land to the project, and we're generally excited about baseball because they had a lot of players who they were sending to the Kenyan national team. But JQuat has been involved in every step of the construction process. We have an amazing architect who is now the head of the architecture department of the university. His name is Wycliffe Nyachwaya. Wycliffe, if you're listening, thank you. You've done an amazing job with the field designs and layout, and also monitoring the construction process. As Kisia gets ready to deliver the first pitch of the inning.
In there for strike one. There's a slider. Made the hitter jump out of the box.
JQuat students have also been involved in the construction process. When we've needed surveys done, when we've needed to dig pits to check how deep the soil, the black cotton soil goes, we have worked with JQuat students and faculty in every step of the way. And JQuat alumni have actually also been involved in the construction of this field. There are 2 companies, 2 contractors who have been brought in to build this field at the Nairobi Field of Dreams. Big shout out to Steve Ogendo of Derek's 10 Limited, Steve Ogendo and Derek's Ted Limited were our contractor for all the earthworks that you see here. So all of the movement of soil. As that hit is, just past the third baseman. And the Maasai Warriors get the leadoff man on.
Yeah, Oscar couldn't quite come up with it cleanly over there at third base. Needed to get behind that ball a little bit more, but that'll be down for a base knock, and Maasai's in business here in the bottom of the third inning.
Yeah, so as I mentioned, there was 1,000 trucks worth of soil that were brought out here to improve the soil quality, to create a stable playing surface, because that black cotton, that clay soil, in the wet season, it turns very mushy and mucky and muddy. And in the dry season, it has huge cracks that can swallow baseball.
That pickoff gets past first base. We're going to have advanced runner here. Maasai might take a second. Yep, he's going to go to third base here. And there's going to be no play as ball is blocked over there by Oscar.
That's nice base running.
Really heads up play. There. One thing that's a little dicey about that play is the catcher went to go back up third base, leaving home plate completely exposed.
Did not notice that.
The runner hypothetically could have kept running and scored himself a run, but I don't think the third base coach saw that. But we're 90 feet away from tying this ball game up here in the bottom of the third, and they got no outs. Plenty of opportunities to do some damage here for Maasai.
As Takeshi Okaiwa, the first baseman, comes in to calm his pitcher, Kisia. Kisia, who's been hitting the strike zone and not getting a lot of hard contact, but the Warriors have been scraping out some runs with some good base running and heads-up plays.
One thing I've noticed just watching, this game and a couple other games is these guys are not afraid to throw the baseball. They're aggressive with the baseball. The catchers will backpick. The pitchers will pick off. They know inside moves. They know, looking moves at first base. They've got timing plays at second base. These guys are aggressive with the baseball. They're looking for outs rather than hoping the game comes to them, and that's pretty impressive at this level.
I even saw Oscar Gatume try the old hidden ball trick just then.
That's outstanding.
That's a Nairobi Baseball Community Classic there.
That's a ground ball
ripped to shortstop.
Ripped to short. That'll score a run.
Excellent play by the shortstop. But that is an RBI for the Warriors, tying the game. That's exactly what you want to do with no outs and a man on third.
Perfect situational hitting from Maasai there. Get that ground ball somewhere in the middle of the field. Score your runner. Give yourself up. On this surface, man, that took a heck of a play to keep that from being a hit.
That was ripped. And as
Kazuma's
Ninja was saying, Kazuma, the shortstop. Excellent play. That's one out. Now we got a new game, tie game, in the bottom of the third. Just what we were looking for in the Nairobi Baseball Community Series. A tough fight between two teams that have come far, played the most games they have ever played in the course of one season of the Nairobi Baseball Community Series. As Kisia gets ready on the 1-0.
That fastball's popped up. That'll be out of play.
It's 1-1 count. We'll see how Kisia does. I haven't seen this guy pitch before, so I don't know how deep into games he can go, but he's still looking strong.
Yeah, giving you 3 strong so far. Had a pretty good defense behind him. A little bit of trouble with the baseball at times, throwing it around, but he's done a really nice job today.
Delivers a pitch. Oh.
And it hit him in the back.
Hit him in the back, just glancing blow. Doesn't seem to be phased at all. The runner takes first base.
So it'll be 1 out for Maasai with their next hitter coming up to the plate. Got some really nice red New Balance cleats. Gotta love that. 1 out, runner on first base here for Maasai, looking to do some more damage, capitalize on a big inning.
And we'll see if the runner is aggressive here. He's staying very close to first base, but he takes off.
Throw to second base is not in time as the shortstop Kazumi can't handle it off a bounce. And we got a runner at second base.
And as we said, aggressive base running pays off for the Warriors here, putting a runner in scoring position. And for those who are new to the game or just tuning in, scoring position is a runner at second base, and the reason we call it scoring position is if the next batter hits a single, it will more often than not score the runner from second.
Yep, that's exactly right. Slider down, that'll get a swing.
Casilla, yeah, again showing real aptitude with the off-speed pitch. That slider still fooling hitters from the Maasai Warriors.
Small lead from second base here, but I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to take another base.
Oh,
That's a swing? Yeah, they're going to say that was a swing.
Umpire Phil Musembi checking down with the first base umpire and confirms that was a swing. He did look like he went around.
Yeah, a bit of an uncomfortable swing there with a fastball up and around his eyes. Kind of looked like he wanted to hold up at the last minute but couldn't stop the swing. So we're going to have 2-strike count here and see if he can get the runner over to third base.
A nice adjustment there. Big hop for the shortstop, and he's got the runner held up between second and third. Yuki applies the tag. He's got him cornered and keeps the runner at first. That gives us 2 outs and a man on first. Would you call that a fielder's choice?
That's a fielder's choice. Yeah, a bit of a messy scorebook there, but that's going to be the shortstop to the third baseman, back to the second baseman, Yuki, who applies the tag on the runner. That's your traditional 6-5-4 fielder's choice. We're going to have a runner on first base with 2 outs. That was a well-struck ball. It took a great play from 27 Kazuki over at shortstop to stick with that. Hop.
Excellent play from shortstop. He had to make a quick reaction because it hopped up well above his head. As Casilla gets ready to deliver with 2 outs. And that slider again gets the Warrior out in front.
Kazuma. Shortstop.
Kazuma, the shortstop. That's right. 0-1 pitch. Oh, Casilla steps off, looking at the runner. He knows the Warriors have been aggressive all game. Not so aggressive with their leads. The Warriors runner at first base is maybe 1 step off, but he does take off. A big cut, but a swinging bunt.
Yeah, that actually hit him in the box. This is going to be a foul ball, and we're going to come back. It's a great swing. I actually just heard DJ Ninja say on the Baseball 5 team here, for the national team of Kenya, the current hitter for Maasai was the MVP. So this is a high-level athlete we're talking about here. He 1 sock up, 1 sock down. You don't see that too much, but he's definitely ready to make a name for himself.
Baseball 5, which is the kind of the mini urban version of baseball, which Kenya is actually very proficient in. Kenya,
5th in the world.
5th in the world rankings for Baseball 5. A nice
that ball
rip,
is struck down the third base line.
Runner at second is not going to advance because it was hit so hard that it glanced off of the
but
third
now we've
baseman.
we've got 2 runners caught up at second
man.
base. See if they can handle this. If that runner's smart over first, he gets back, and he does.
Gets back. A little bit of confusion.
Yeah.
Hitter is asking the runner at second base, why didn't you advance?
I'm asking the same question. That ball was in no man's land down the third base line. I think the runner on second base just wasn't quite sure whether he had third base in the bag and decided to play it safe.
But that ball was scalded.
Yeah.
Down
really
the third base line. Can't fault Oscar Gatume for not catching that. It glances off of him, goes into left field, and well backed up by the left fielder. Left fielder Kantaro Yamashita. So that gives us man up first and second, 2 outs. Warriors again with a chance to tack on with a 3-3 game in the bottom of the third.
Constantly applying pressure. It's one of the most important things in baseball.
even if you've got a pitcher out there who's really tough, and Jeremiah's been pretty good today, constantly applying pressure, putting balls in play, making the runners move around, making it hard for the defense. That's a great block from the catcher there, too, number 10. That's really outstanding stuff.
And very interesting tactic from the batter from the Warriors there. It looked like he was offering at that ball as if it was a bunt, but he had his hand wrapped around the barrel of the bat. Not advisable.
Definitely not how they teach it, but it got Jeremiah to throw a ball, so maybe there's something to it. And that's an inside move. It's going to check in on the runner at second base, but he is all good. Yuki gives him a second look.
Casilla gets ready to deliver the 1-0 pitch.
Steps off the rubber there as the catcher needs to make an adjustment.
Casilla at 55 pitches in the bottom of the third inning. 56 according to our score bug there. Good job, team. I have not been counting, so thank you for that information.
Not been counting, no. 56 through 3. Maasai's work making them work hard. That's a relatively high pitch count.
Yep. Yeah, Warriors, despite being a young team, many of their players 18 and under, and not having seen much of good breaking stuff.
Great block from the catcher. That was about a 45-footer from Jeremiah. And you got to wonder whether that pitch count is starting to play a factor in his command of the strike zone.
That's right. But the Samurai do have pitching depth. They do have options if Casilla is getting tired, but I imagine they want to get him through this third inning.
Absolutely.
Before they move on.
Runner takes off, runner breaks. That ball's popped up foul, and we'll do it again.
Yeah, runner at second had a pretty good break on that pitch. Again, you wouldn't normally, if you're talking about fundamentals of baseball, when people are playing very clean in the fields, you wouldn't normally want runners to be stealing from second to third with 2 outs. But again, with the way that this playing surface is, with the way that the fielding goes, and also the number of pass balls, there is no harm in being an extra 90 feet closer to home plate.
One of the cardinal rules of baseball that you get taught when you're really young is we break for third base again. That's a strike. But the runner's going to make it safely to third base, and we've got second and third.
But it's a strikeout.
Oh,
that is a called third strike.
Lost track of the count there. That's embarrassing. But so one of the cardinal rules you're taught as a young baseball player is you can't ever make the first or the third out at third base. And that's because if you make the first out at third base, you're taking away a really good opportunity to score from your team because you would have had a runner at second base with nobody out.
Yep.
And if you make the third out at third base, you're taking the bat out of your batter's hands by ending the inning without giving him a chance to hit you in from second base, which is just as viable. So it's a good lesson to learn early in your career, even if rules are meant to be bent and broken in baseball.
Something tells me you don't want to make the second out at third base either, though.
It's not. It's a great point. I don't think you ever want to make an out on the base pass, but it's one of those classic sayings that you hear. I think the idea is that with 1 out, you can be a little bit more aggressive in taking third base, but with no outs or with 2 outs, you generally want to be pretty conservative about getting into bang-bang plays at third base.
But we are all knotted up, and for those just tuning in, whether you're in the United States, shout out to folks tuning in from Percy, Pennsylvania, any folks from West Hartford, Connecticut. Actually, there's some folks here. Shout out to my mom and dad, John and Sherry Schreiber, who are sitting in the stands right now enjoying the game. Shout out to, I think, Madison, Wisconsin.
Is that right?
Where Max Bobholtz and the Angels at Bat team may be tuning in now. Angels at Bat, who are a partner of ifwebuildit.org, providing equipment donations and coaching and tournament support across Kenya. And Angels at Bat, who have sponsored this live stream. We say a huge thanks to the Angels at Bat team. You need a lot of different partners to support the baseball ecosystem in a developing baseball country like Kenya. So we say a huge thanks to Angels at Bat. and all the other partners and donors who have come in to support the construction of this field and the programs of ifwebuildit.org, including this Nairobi Baseball Community Series. As John Chen delivers the first pitch of the 4th inning to Joseph Wani, the batter. Ball high.
So if you remember Joseph's last at-bat, had a couple of really long swings.
Oh,
That
he gets a
one
hold of that
poked.
one. And falls just foul.
Wow.
That was less than a foot foul down the left field line.
As if on cue, because I was just about to say, Joseph has a bit of a longer swing, and when it comes to having a longer swing, you got to start really early to get the barrel through the zone. It means you're going to have a lot of guys with long swings end up pulling the baseball, and Joseph showed off some serious pop there, almost getting one out of the yard. I think if it had a couple more feet to it, would have hit the foul pole.
Yeah, Joseph, who is not known as much for his hitting, but is a star pitching prospect for the Nairobi baseball community. We'll see if he comes in later this game. He did pitch yesterday, at least 2 innings. But he is tall, he is lean, he's from South Sudan, and he's throwing about 80 miles an hour these days, and with a tough slider and working on developing a splitter. So we'll see if we see something action from Joseph Wani later in this game. But for now, 1-1 count. Oh, and he swings at that ball upstairs.
That'll be strike 3.
Pardon me, that was a 1-2 count, and that's strike 3 to Wani.
You know, I was talking to Wani before the game today. Talk about a kid who's just excited about getting better at baseball. He was picking my brain about different drills that he could do to get better at pitching, and we were playing catch with a football to talk about his arm action a little bit, and just soaking up information. And it's really special, fun to talk to kids like that, and that'll be a name to watch as we go forward here.
Yeah, Joseph is a sponge. He's absorbing every bit of information he can, and super humble. Works hard, and you can see it. You can see the results because 3 years ago he had trouble locating his fastball. He was maybe throwing 65, and he's been hitting the weight room. He's been looking at grips and picking people's brains and figuring out his motion, and now he's blossoming into quite a good pitching prospect. As John Chen delivers a fastball a bit high.
Make it a 1-1 count after a foul ball on the first pitch.
Oh, gets a hold of it. Long fly ball by Takashi. And well fielded by the left fielder. Got well under it. He's excited.
That's just so fun to watch. It's an entire team celebration in center field after that ball was reined in.
That's Takashi Fukazawa, who got a hold of that ball.
Hit it pretty well in the left field, but left fielder had a great beat on it. Got a great read on that and reined it in.
Let's go, Samurai.
As you might be hearing in the background, Ninja cheering on the Samurai. As Joan Couture steps in, swinging at the first pitch strike. Again, Joanne is one of the ladies on the fields in the Nairobi baseball community. There's some hard-nosed ladies who get in here with the men, resilient, gritty, and taking big swings, playing right along with the boys. And that's an important part of ifwebuildit.org's programs. We say, if we build it, we will play. We also say, if we build it, she will play. We want to give opportunities to men and women in sports in Kenya. As Joanne takes a cut, she's a little frustrated with herself, strikes out swinging. But she doesn't go down looking. She has got a great eye.
Nope, had to pull the trigger on that one. That was a fastball pretty much hard at the plate.
Yep.
And just a little bit late on it. Maasai pitcher, even though he threw yesterday, still got some gas in the tank as we get out unscathed in the 4th inning. That's 2 scoreless in a row.
Good recovery from the first inning where he had bases loaded with no outs and managed to escape with only 3 runs on the board and has kept the Samurai off the board since.
We're going to see Jeremiah back on the mound here in the top of the 4th inning. Bottom of the 4th inning.
Bit of a surprise. It did look like he was tiring a little bit.
Yeah, I honestly thought that the 3rd was going to be the last one for him. Maybe they're going to try to get him through the first couple hitters here. But again, as long as he's locating that off-speed stuff, he's going to be just fine.
Maybe he was the samurai's secret weapon all along. But I would be surprised if Joseph Wani doesn't get into this game at some point, because he is a top prospect for pitchers in this league.
I definitely want to see it as a fan of the game and a fan of the league. That's what you show up for. See special players play.
But they definitely have a nice core, pitcher-catcher core between Kisia and Amdani.
Amdani's done a great job behind the plate too. Some really great blocks. I think something we've seen with just the level of play around the league. Some of those like fundamentals that you learn in the States with, especially blocking, framing from a catcher standpoint, just haven't quite made it over yet. But Amdani's got a really good handle on it. I'm sure it's saved the Samurai a lot of runs over the course of the season.
Absolutely. And that's totally right. I mean, even the coaches on this side of the pond in Kenya are learning the game in a lot of cases.
100%, yeah.
Kisia delivers a first pitch, ripped through the hole between short and third for a single, leadoff single for the Warriors. He's excited about that one. Love to get the leadoff batter on in a tie game in the bottom of the fourth.
So that was really fun for a couple of reasons. The first one, we're on time for an off-speed pitch there. That was a slider that the hitter hit into left field, which means that we're making some adjustments here second, third time through the order on the Maasai side. Second thing that I found really awesome about that is the runner got to first base and did the Los Angeles Dodgers hit celebration, where you kick your foot up in the air and then move your hands to the side, which means he's watching Major League Baseball, because you don't just come up with that one. That's a guy who's been watching the game, and that's going to help you get better a lot faster.
As he tries to steal second, he had a late break, but not a great throw by Amdani there to the left of the base, and steals successfully.
Swung on in, missed there for strike one. Jeremiah with the fastball early in counts. Wouldn't be surprised if he's going to have to go back to the fastball at this point in the game to keep himself in the zone and to keep the Maasai hitters off balance if they're expecting an off-speed. Runner breaks for third base. That's a swing through a curveball, and then we're going to have an out at third base. That ball's fielded cleanly. Great throw from Allen behind the plate, and that's going to give Maasai their first out of the inning.
Sounded like it might have been a foul tip, but wasn't called by the umpire, so it looks like successful caught stealing there.
So if it's a foul tip and the catcher catches it cleanly, that's actually a live ball. So if it's caught cleanly by the catcher and he can throw that baseball and still get a caught stealing, that's a live baseball.
And that's baseball. You learn something new every day. I've been playing for over 25 years, and I didn't know that. That's a tough one, though. Makes the first out at third base.
Took a perfect throw, though. We talk about applying pressure as we get a swing through it, and that'll be
way ahead of that curveball.
Should be out number 2. Yep, out number 2, as that's strike 3 there. Swung through an off-speed pitch, trying to protect. Applying pressure all day, applying pressure to the opposite team, making them make plays. Sometimes they're going to make those plays, but the more you keep the pressure on the opposite team, the more success you're going to have.
And I think we're back to the top of the order for the Warriors.
Yep.
Big hitter Samuel Nsongo.
Big curveball there from Jeremiah. The hitter ducked out of the way and ended up being strike 1.
Brush back by the curveball. Again, the Warriors are a young team. This is their second season in the Nairobi Baseball Community Series, and this might be some of the first real breaking stuff that they've seen from Kisia. And you
in
can
there
see
for strike two.
you can see the batter is a little bit hesitant to step in there after getting some chin music with that curveball. That fastball was down the middle, and he was stepping back from it.
So after starting the inning with a base knock and a runner on second base with nobody out, all of a sudden Jeremiah's got himself 2 outs, nobody on, and a 2-strike count, 1 away from getting through the 4th inning. A little bit of help from his friends.
Slider just outside. That is fouled into the glove of the catcher. Strike 3, and Kisia gets the Samurai through 4 innings, only 3 runs. That's a great pitching performance there. As we get a little game break as we go to the top of the 5th inning. Coming to you live from JQuat in Juja at the Nairobi Field of Dreams. This Nairobi Baseball Community Series brought to you by ifwebuildit.org and this live stream by Okapi Sports Network. Sponsored by our partners Angels at Bat. If you are watching from Wisconsin, Max, we salute you. Thank you for all the support you've given to this community. And we had an amazing Little League championship earlier today in the Battle of Kibagare Valley, which is an area of Nairobi, Kenya, where there is baseball alive and well among the youth of the Kibagare informal settlement. We had the Shangilia Tar Heels win one in a walk-off, 5-4, against the Kibagare Angels. A heartbreaker for the Kibagare Angels, who had an amazing pitching performance by Mary. Mary pitched all 5 innings up to her pitch limit, which was 75 pitches, and then hit a bases clearing triple to put the Angels up 4-1. But then in the final inning, the bottom of the 6th inning, the Shangilia Tar Heels clawed their way back, were patient at the plate, drew their walks, and clawed their way back with a walk-off walk and won 5-4.
Unbelievable.
Over the Kibagare Angels in the Kibagare Derby, we're calling it.
Yeah.
Some heartbreak for the Angels, who are directly supported by Angels at Bat. Felix Kwachi, their coach, who is an Angels at Bat coach, and Angels at Bat have provided them with equipment and so much support. And they've come far. In 2 seasons of Little League Baseball, they managed to get their way to the championship game against a really tough repeat champions, Shangilia Tar Heels, and had them on the ropes in one of the most exciting Little League games I've seen in a long time. As the first batter for the Samurai
Gets hit. That's Allen.
That was Alan Amdani. Gets hit by pitch, grazed on his front arm, and that's a tough way to start the inning for John Chan and the Maasai in the top of the 5th. We'll see if the Samurai get aggressive on the base paths here.
Swung through, but that's going to get past the catcher.
Gets past the catcher, but no movement from Amdani.
I'm curious.
Is that the catcher in him?
I don't know. Maybe giving the other guy a break. That's funny. No, I mean, you got to go there, but we'll see if he gets another chance to advance.
Maybe he was shaking off that hit by pitch still. As Oscar Gatume gets a hold of one up the middle, fielded well by the pitcher, turns one and beats it out at first. So out at second, fielder's choice with a slightly quicker turn, could have turned 2, but a great play, great stab by John Chan on the mound.
Yeah, great play. Great play there. That's a pretty tough comebacker, especially on this surface. Be able to get that, turn that into an out, let alone 2. Pretty great play.
Yep, spun and made an accurate throw to second, which is sometimes a pitcher's poison.
Not easy. Runner's going to take off. Give
Strike
the
is
Maasai.
called. Nice toss by the catcher.
Nice throw.
But Amdani had, Gatume, who is a speedy runner. Oscar Gatume, always looking for the extra base, had a great jump. As Madam Susan cleans off the second base bag for him. Gatume gets on with the fielder's choice and then the quick steal. And 0-1 count. Ripped up the line. Oh, that's through the second baseman. Fielded by the right fielder. Gatume is going to easily coast in and put the Samurai United up 4-3.
It's a nice swing from 27 there. Turn around, hit the ball hard on the ground. Good things are going to happen. And scored his team a run. And here's Yuki.
Yuki Kashiwagi stepping in. Big jump by number 27 and no throw. So Samurai are indeed getting aggressive on the base paths.
Back in business here with 1 out and runner in scoring position.
Quick delivery by the pitcher. Looked almost like a quick pitch from John Chen, and he had Yuki fishing. 0-2 count. Let's see if he makes the adjustment. Ball up and away.
Be a 2-2 count here for Yuki as the Chen delivers. Roped foul.
Bit out in front of that breaking ball.
And we'll do it again. With 1 out here at second base, you can be a little more aggressive trying to take third. I'm curious if 27 will try to steal. He's not being held on by either middle infield, so he's got a lot more room to lead if he wants it.
Yuki again out in front of that breaking ball by John Chan, but he stays alive. 2-2 count still. But this is the heart of the Samurai order, so they'd love to cash in some more runs if they can.
Chen's gone with a couple breaking pitches in a row here. I wonder if he'll go with a fastball, try to change things up. Mixes up arm slots there, tries to come from the side. I wonder if he's either getting tired or just trying to keep the Samurai hitters off balance.
Oh, just barely gets a piece of it. Yuki staying alive. And John Chan, he does look like he's coming in from a lower arm slot. You wonder if he's getting a bit tired because he pitched yesterday, too, in the semifinals. So that's 2 days in a row. And we're into the top of the 5th inning here.
And that's hard for any pitcher at any level to do. High-level relievers will do that from time to time, but multiple inning performances, it's not very common you see that. He's going to need some ice after this one.
And as I mentioned, the Nairobi Baseball Community Series, as Yuki takes his walk, we play every 2 weeks. So it's not the same cadence as Major League Baseball, where a starting pitcher might go every 5 days. Maybe a closer goes 2 days in a row, but for 1 or 2 innings. So this is a new test for the Warriors as the ball is put in play up the middle. Not cleanly fielded. It's stopped, but not cleanly fielded by the second baseman, and everyone is safe.
Yeah, it could have been a big out there for Maasai if the second baseman comes up with that one cleanly, but does a little dance with it, working his way over to second base, and the umpire calls it a bobble, rightfully so, and looks like the second baseman came up a little bit.
Yeah, he might have tweaked his ankle.
Yeah, hopefully nothing too bad.
He's definitely doing a little pirouette there, trying to corral that ball. Looks like the medic is heading out there from Okoa Ambulance. Thank you, Okoa, for being on the job.
Thank you.
So as we check on that player and take a little break here, see the Angels at Bat logo in the bottom right corner of your screen, and just a huge shout out to Angels at Bat, who are always ready to step forward and support when we say there's a live stream. As if we build it, they're ready to step in and make things happen. Max Bob Holtz, his wife Faith, his mom, and his whole crew were in town just 2 weeks ago for their Tucheze Invitational Tournament, which was a 16 and under tournament. with teams from all over Kenya. Teams came from Western Kenya, came from Makueni County, came from Kakamega County to compete and enjoy this venue, the Nairobi Field of Dreams, and enjoy the game of baseball that we all love. We hope that Warriors player is all right. Looks like he's getting some ice.
Getting some tape on that right hand.
Okay, so not an ankle, as I mentioned before. Saying he's okay, he's just waving him off.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to stay in the game. Tough kid.
It's very competitive because this is what we call championship finale.
And as I mentioned, the Warriors, a young team, most of the players around 16 to 18 years old.
So how long have they been playing baseball at this point? Is this like a couple years, or has baseball been being played in Nairobi kind of out of sight for longer than that?
Yeah, so the Warriors are supported by the president of Kenya's Baseball Federation, Dr. Titus Mutwiri, who's here today. And they've been going as a club for quite a while. I want to say at least 4 or 5 years. So a lot of these players have come up playing baseball as teenagers, but again, they play on a soccer field. You know,
Right,
they don't have a formal playing space until they make their way all the way out here to the Nairobi Field of Dreams in Juja. And Juja is far from where they practice. They practice down in Ongata Rongai, which is not far from Nairobi National Park. So for them, it's about an hour and a half to 2 hour bus ride to get out here for games, and they did that yesterday.
Yeah.
They won their game, their semifinal, against the Mombasa Infernos. Mombasa Infernos have players from all over, but these guys come all the way from Rongai. 2 hours here, 2 hours back, and then again today, 2 hours here with their Little League compadres who are cheering for them from the dugouts. And game action about to resume here. John Chen sets and Takeshi Oikawa steps in. And looks like they tried the hidden ball trick over at third base.
So that actually, if that wasn't out, that would have not been legal because John Chen was on the mound. So if you're attached to the rubber, you have to be holding the baseball. The hidden ball trick doesn't work if your foot isn't on the rubber, which is probably what the umpires are talking about right now.
That's right.
So even if they got him there, the fact that John Chen had his foot on the rubber would nullify an out being counted. Usually how the hidden ball trick works is it's the pitcher kind of mills around the mound or hangs out behind it as if he's about to step on the mound, and the runner falls asleep. But John was engaged with the rubber there, so that one's not going to fly.
So it looks like the umpires are making the correct call. Call is safe from David, the umpire over at third base. And we did see the butterflies coming through, but the sun is now shining down on the Nairobi Field of Dreams. Samurai United up 4-3 on the Maasai Warriors as Takeshi Oikawa steps in with 1 out in the top of the 5th. Put in play to second base. Can he handle it? No. It gets past him to right field, and that's going to score 2 runs easy. Yuki coasting in, putting up the Samurai 6-3. Should be 6-3. I think I heard a 5-3 announcement. Yep,
6,
there we go.
yeah.
And that's an RBI, a 2 RBI single by Takeshi Oikawa, ifwebuildit.org board member, commissioner of the Nairobi baseball community, and first baseman for the Samurai United.
Sometimes the script works out. Here's Jeremiah stepping in. He'll take strike 1, fastball on the inside corner. Really nice bounce back pitch there from John Chen.
Nice pitch from John Chen. Yeah, he's got to be. It's getting hot out there with the sun. He makes a turn, tries to pick off Takeshi, but Takeshi's too wise and too spry for that. That's a rip up the middle. Base hit That with a bobble in center field is definitely going to score 1 run. Takeshi is going to make it from first to third.
Oh, and that ball's thrown away. Unadvisable throw there, and that's going to score another one. And that'll make it 8-3 Samurai. Picking up that ball at third base. Not really sure he had a play on Jeremiah there, who was taking second base on the throw to third. Third baseman threw it anyway, spiked it a little bit, and that'll bring in another one. Those are just these things you have to learn by playing the game of baseball. You'll never read that in a rule book. Hey, you shouldn't throw that ball. Hey, you should throw this one. It's things you learn by getting the reps. That's what's special about baseball at this phase is kids are constantly learning.
Yeah, and that's the youth of Maasai Warriors maybe showing a little bit, making that extra throw where they didn't need to. But let's see if they can bounce back here. Still some baseball left. Nice bounce back slider from John Chan to Joseph Wani. 0-1 count.
Wani's actually going to be down 0-2 here. Took strike one while we were talking about bad throws. That ball's down.
Ball low. Okay, so 1-2. Apologies.
Chen comes set here, 1-2 count. And Wani fouls it back.
Big rip from Wani.
I'll tell you, the scorebook might not show it right now, but this is a gutsy performance from John Chen. He's filling up the zone with a bunch of different pitches. He's not giving a lot of free passes. He's keeping his team in the game as he punches out Wani there for out number 2.
And this is baseball. Anything can happen. We're playing a full 7-inning game, so Maasai Warriors still have 3 more turns at bat. 9 outs.
And they've shown they can make some things happen on the base paths.
One no pitch from John Chan.
Popped up to center field.
Lifted in the air.
Looks like he's got a beat on it, and he'll make the play to end the inning. Maasai's got work to do as they head into the dugout for the bottom of the 5th. A little less energy from the boys right now, but let's see if they can pick it up.
Yeah, you can see the Warriors are walking their way in, not like they were in the earlier innings. See if they can bounce back here. A little more pep in the Samurai United step right now. But it is getting hot out there as the sun is shining down on the Nairobi Field of Dreams.
Hi, how are you? Nice to meet you. Yeah, nice to meet you too. Mitch? Yeah. Heard through the grapevine.
As my lovely wife, Emily Post, brings me a tea and lemon.
Wow. That's special
Thank you,
stuff
Emily.
there from Emily.
Thank you, Oyana School, for running the kids'
Special.
activity area.
Special stuff. Something that's been great to watch here, and especially coming from the States, watching baseball be played somewhere that's new, the amount of energy and effort that goes into a setup like this. As we look out here, you've got chairs set up everywhere. You've got, the field is one thing and all the effort and time and energy and money that's gone into that, but the food in left field, the tents that go up to keep everyone from being exposed to the sun, the media production here is something that we don't have sometimes in college baseball in the States. The amount of care that folks have shown for this baseball community here has been really special. And as an outsider coming in, seeing it for the first time, it's definitely made an impact on me. It's been really fun to watch.
Glad you've enjoyed, Mitchell. As we welcome Emily Post of Oyana School, supporter of If We Build It, to the booth. Em, do you have anything to say to the fans at home in Percy, Pennsylvania, or otherwise?
Yeah, hi guys. Shout out to Pam and Tim Post listening from Pennsylvania, Bucks County, Pennsylvania. Thanks for supporting all the way across the Atlantic Ocean, and to everybody who's listening on the East Coast of the U.S. Thanks for watching. It's a great day for baseball, and we can't wait to see the outcome of this game.
Thanks, Emily, and thanks everyone tuning in. If you are just now tuning in, this is the championship of the Nairobi Baseball Community Series here at the Nairobi Field of Dreams in JQuat Juja, where we have a tough contest between the Samurai United and the Maasai Warriors. Samurai United, 2-time champions. This is the third year of the Nairobi Baseball Community Series, and right now, Mitchell, they're on track for a third win in a row.
Looking for the three-peat here in the bottom of the fifth inning, but we're a long way from done here. So you can take a look at the playoff bracket here. It started with 6. Mullies beat the Rangers. Infernos took down the Wreckers. Led to a game between Maasai, the team in white today, and the Infernos. Maasai wins that to get to the finals. Samurai takes down Mullies yesterday to get to this bottom of the fifth inning with Maasai chasing 5 runs.
And as I mentioned earlier, the wild card round was played yesterday morning. It was a 6-inning game. I think there's one correction to that bracket. Mullies actually was the number 1 team of the season, and they had a bye to the semifinal round. Semifinal round was, again, another 6-inning game played in the afternoon yesterday. So Samurai have played 2 games yesterday, and this is their 3rd game in 48 hours, which
right?
may be why Jeremiah Casilla is out there for the bottom of the 5th inning. He's going deep into this game as he delivers a first pitch ball to the Warriors batter. So let's see if the Warriors can stage a comeback here. Last time the Samurai scored 3 in the first inning. They quickly responded with 2 runs of their own.
I'll tell you, Jeremiah's still bringing it a little bit. That glove had some pop to it. That fastball's still coming in pretty good.
But that pitching depth, to be able to throw Jeremiah out there for 5 innings, that may be the advantage the Samurai need here. Because John Chen, the pitcher, who I believe is up to bat here for the Warriors, John Chen pitched yesterday, and now he's pitched 5 innings today. So we'll see if the Warriors are going to be forced to bring another pitcher as Chen shows bunt.
They're going to say it was a swing and that he didn't pull back in time, didn't pull back the bunt in time. It's actually going to be a strike, so we'll make it a 3-1 count.
Called strike from Phil Musembi.
Yeah, I don't necessarily agree with that call. I think he pulled it back in time, but we don't have review here, and home plate umpire gets to make the rules, and we'll make it a 3-1 count.
So I'll give a small correction here. There is a review process. So if the Warriors wanted to appeal that call, they could ask for an appeal, and then the umpires could get together with other game officials like the scorers or anyone who's taken film of the play earlier. As Casilla delivers a called strike.
And home plate umpire rings him up, but that's just 2 strikes. We're going to have a full count.
Now it's a full count. So that could be a big swing in fortunes there. He wanted that walk. Let's see if Casilla can deliver a strike here to the critical leadoff batter for the Warriors. Oh, he gets ahead of it, rips it down the third baseline, but foul.
Yeah, it was probably ball 4 there at the bottom of the zone, off-speed pitch, but that's a tough one to lay off in a 2-strike count. I think he actually did a pretty nice job with that borderline pitch right there.
But they are making Casilla work here.
100%.
So we'll see how deep he goes in this game.
Come set for the full count pitch.
And it's tapped up the third baseline, but handled by the catcher foul.
We'll do it again here. This is quite the at-bat to lead off the inning.
Some funky spin brought that from fair to foul there. Catcher couldn't handle it in fair territory. So as soon as he touched it in foul ground, then that is a foul ball. Still a 3-2 count. As Casilla sets. And the pitch.
Outside, ball 4. That's a great at-bat to lead off the inning for Maasai.
And that is a big leadoff runner for the Maasai Warriors.
Huge. Got to get things going.
And this is where not having a coach, like a proper experienced coach, could impact the Warriors because they love to run.
Yep.
But they've already been thrown out on the bases before, and you would hope they're not too aggressive and run themselves out of an inning. Keep some base runners going while Casilla, in this 5th inning of work, continues to tire out. You want to keep working on the pitcher more than you want to run yourself out of an inning when you're down by 5. So again, let's see if the Warriors are aggressive on the base pass. Already dancing off first base.
If I had to guess, I bet he's going.
It's a good bet in this league. Casilla delivers a fastball for a strike. Belt high. He's still got it. 5 innings of work. It's got to be in the 70 or 80 pitches range, which is a lot for this league. Again, we don't have starting pitchers going every 5 days. They're going every 2 weeks.
What's up, DJ? Keep careful. We very good entertainment.
Bug in the eye.
That will happen.
You want the only MC Mambo Canambo, the baddest.
Yeah, there he goes, second base, and catcher can't handle it cleanly. That'll be a stolen base, uncontested.
Yeah.
Now, I do think, look, turning around a baseball to second base from the catcher position, handling it cleanly on both sides of the throw, pretty difficult to do. That's a long throw. I'm okay with Maasai taking that base. Where I think they're going to maybe get themselves into trouble is if they try to steal third base. Allen has proven that he can make that throw.
Yep.
And Oscar at third base has proven that he can catch that baseball and apply a tag. I think that could get him into trouble.
It's an excellent point. Yeah. Catcher Donnie made that throw on a line to third base to nab a runner earlier in the inning. You can see the Warriors runner is dancing off second like he wants to go, and you know they want to go. They want to run, these guys. But not advisable with no outs and down by 5. So we hope that they don't run themselves out of an inning.
That's a very clean strike.
As they try the back pick. They tried the back pick at second, but he's called safe. Really playing with fire there on the bases.
As a Maasai hitter went down looking there, and we'll have the left fielder stepping in to the box, trying to get that runner in from second base.
Again, if you're the Warriors, you want to trust that your batters can put the ball in play here. Do not want to make an out at third base. If you make this out at third base, it's 2 outs. You definitely don't want to make this out. Oh, ripped on third base line, but just foul. Left fielder a little bit ahead of that ball. From Casilla. Casilla still delivering strikes in the bottom of the 5th inning here.
Really gutsy performance from him today. Giving his team a chance to win, as we're going to break for third base. See if they can get him. Throw to third is not in time.
Gets away from the third baseman. He thinks about it, but holds at third.
So we're going to have a runner at third base with 1 out. Maasai proves both of us wrong. Calculated risk taken, but it works out for him. And we're 90 feet away from splitting the score in half in the bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, but if I'm the Samurai, I'm okay with these guys staying so aggressive on the base paths. If a ball gets away from the catcher, but it's not far enough, and he breaks for home, that might be a free out. Grounded to shortstop. Big
Over
hop
his
gets
head.
over the shortstop. That'll score a run from third.
I'll tell you, that's this J-Quad field playing to Maasai's advantage there. Hit that ball hard on the ground. And Kazuma's not a shortstop, but it bounced over him with plenty of room to spare, and Maasai has cut the deficit to 4 with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. That's that clay you were talking about earlier underneath the dirt.
That's right. So we have Murum. Murum is the type of dirt we have on top of the black cotton clay soil, Mitchell. And it's pretty hard packed right now. We've gotten a lot of rains over the course of May that have packed it down. We've had a lot of rolling done at the fields to compact the surface, to break up the bigger rocks into smaller, sandier pieces. And the surface is playing well. It's playing hard. And you can see that with the big hop over shortstop. It's a strike. Tries for the sweeping tag. And again, Warriors aggressive on the base paths, and it pays off.
Stolen base there. Gets the left fielder in cleanly to second base. We'll have 1 out and a 1-1 count. Again, just trying to put the ball in play and advance these guys and let the game come to you here. I think Maasai is using their skills to their advantage. That's a ball outside. And I'll tell you, that's a great adjustment from this hitter, from Maasai, leaving that off-speed stuff down. If it starts a strike, Jeremiah starts that off-speed pitch in the strike zone, sliders, curveballs, bottom of the zone, it's going to fall away. You can't swing at it. They've made that adjustment here in the 5th inning, and it's going to pay off for them.
Kisia again trying to pick him off at second, seeing the aggression of the Warriors runners. Even when he's off the rubber, Warriors are taking a lead.
It's an aggressive, energetic, fearless style of baseball, and it is fun to watch.
And he's going for third. He has a short throw, but it gets away from the third baseman. Backed up by short. So he's safe at third.
Michael Jackson slide into third base there. But, Oscar couldn't quite handle that one over at third base. And we're 90 feet away again. I'll tell you, that was a good throw from Allen down to third base. Handled that. It was an inside pitch. Handled it well. But couldn't handle it over at third base. And we'll do it again. 2-1 count here to the Maasai batter. And that's upstairs. Make it 3-1.
Oh, it was a walk. Okay.
Now here's the coach for the Samurai going out to talk to Jeremiah, and I wonder if he's going to make a change.
Looks that way. Coach Takeshi, again wearing another hat in this game. Switched out from first base, now coach.
Now, he didn't take the baseball yet, so
No.
there's a chance that he's staying in the game, but he's pointing at moving position players around, so it looks like he's going to bring somebody else in.
So Maasai Warriors, the stage is set for a little comeback here. First and third, 1 out. Kisia on the mound for the 5th inning now. Must be in the 80 pitches range.
Yeah, for sure. And they're going to go to Wani.
Here comes Wani from center field.
They're at least going to have a conversation. And Wani's making his way towards the mound.
And they're shaking Kisia's hand. And that means Wani's coming in. So as we had expected and hoped and wanted to see, here's Joseph Wani.
Yeah, I get my wish.
Top pitching prospect of the Nairobi Baseball Community Series. Hard worker. Learning the game, student of the game. And soon to be supported by Angels at Bat, our live stream sponsor here, to learn how to coach and get around Nairobi and coach some of the kids in the Little League.
Oh, that's awesome.
So we're very excited about that.
That's really cool.
Love to see more coaches supported to do the work, because it is work, teaching kids baseball and creating these kinds of income-generating opportunities for pitchers, for players. It's a big part of the work of ifwebuildit.org and Angels at Bat.
And I'll tell you, Joseph, I think, is uniquely fit for that role because of all the information that he soaks up and that he seeks out. He was telling me earlier that he's been watching YouTube videos and finding online tidbits from organizations in the United States like Tread Athletics, Driveline, different velo accounts on social media, which is a great place to just get a bunch of different ideas. Even if you don't agree with them all or they don't all work for you, just to get a bunch of different schools of thought. It's going to help him teach a bunch of different kinds of players, because some things work for some guys and other guys, different techniques don't work for him. If Joseph's able to obviously build up his own game and build up his own intellect for what works for him, but then teach other players how to do it too with some really high-level techniques and training methods, man, that's just going to help this game grow even faster here.
Absolutely. The best teachers are students. And Joseph Wani is a student of the game. Excited to see him throw here. He did pitch yesterday, so this will be new for him. I don't know if he's pitched 2 days in a row.
This will be a challenge for him, but we'll see how he responds, right? That's the best players respond in the biggest moments, or at least keep their composure in those moments.
But he is long and lean. He's got a tall frame. He's probably about 6'4", 6'5".
Yeah, I'll tell you, he looks the part. He looks like a pitcher. He carries himself like one. He delivers the first pitch. That's right down the middle. Maasai's going to take second base.
Again, aggressive on the base paths. Maybe
the right move.
Yeah, it's first and third. Maybe hoping for the throw down to score the runner from third. But
definitely.
Amdani, the catcher, wisely puts it in his pocket. But that puts 2 runners in scoring position for the Warriors here.
Wani delivers. That'll be a swinging strike on a fastball.
But can they catch up to Wani's fastball? That's the question. Wani throwing about 78 to 80 on the gun last we were checking.
That looks about right.
And with how long his reach is, that's coming in from a shorter distance. It's one thing that's underappreciated about pitchers. If you are longer, if you have a longer reach and you have a big step, you're delivering the ball.
Another thing too, obviously got the chance to shake his hand earlier. Guy's got massive hands and long fingers, and what that does is helps him spin the ball really fast. The faster you spin the ball, the more you get it's called ride. So it gives the hitter the illusion that the ball is higher than it is, and it helps the ball kind of ride into the zone. So if he stays at the top of the zone with that fastball, it's going to be really hard for hitters to catch up to it, just because it's spinning a lot faster and aerodynamically able to stay a little bit higher in the zone.
He definitely has that ride. So having faced Wani, comes in that way.
Yeah, it rides a little bit, right?
Yeah, when it's up, when he's able to hit the strike zone. Sometimes he has some trouble with control.
Yeah.
But when he's able to hit the strike zone and he's got that control, if you got a ball coming in at your, letters at the, chest height,
right,
it's hard to lay off of, and
Yep.
it comes in a little higher than your bat, hard to catch up to.
Goes to an off-speed pitch there, and he'll miss away.
And that's what Wani's been working on, is figuring out what is his go-to off-speed pitch. He has the fastball, which he can locate now, but can he locate his secondary stuff? A nice short swing from the Warriors batter to catch up to that fastball. Pokes it the other way, but foul.
So if I'm Joseph here, I'm sticking with the fastball. You're at a 2-2 count, and hitters prove that he's behind the fastball. I don't think it's advisable here to go to an off-speed pitch, because you're going to do what's called slow the hitter down. And the hitter who's late on the fastball is going to be on time for a slower pitch. So stick with what's working for you. Try to get a fastball by him right now.
Let's see if he does that. Yep, he goes with the fastball, but fouled off.
Yeah, doing a nice job staying alive here against Wani, the Maasai hitter, hanging out. And what that's doing, this is the first guy that's faced Joseph so far. It's given his teammates a really good chance to see everything that Joseph's got to offer in a bunch of different counts. And it's not making things easy on Wani as he comes into the game in a tough spot.
We love to see the resilience by the Warriors. 1-2 pitch. Again, comes with the fastball just a bit high.
Really close pitch there. Definitely Wani wanted that one. But a stone-cold take from the Maasai batter.
2-2.
And he
Up
walked
and away.
him. And he'll load the bases here with 2 outs.
And that's got to be a morale boost for the Warriors there.
Now, I think our score bug might have this wrong. Do we
Yeah,
have
I think
one
we
out?
have only one out,
Yeah, I think
guys.
we've only got one.
And that's a big difference because with 2 outs and bases loaded, you can go to any base, no consequences on a ground ball. But with 1 out only, if you only get 1 out on the bases, then the run could score. Wani delivers a slider for a strike. That is a nasty pitch if he can keep
great
locating
pitch.
it.
Really, really good pitch. That hitter's up there looking at Joseph, all 6'5" of them, and is expecting heat, expecting fastball. Start him off with a get-me-over slider like that. You can come back with your fastball. It makes it look even quicker out of the hand.
And that time he tries another slider or curveball. A little bit up in the zone. Let's see if he goes back to his bread and butter.
Let's see what point is cooking.
That's right. Fastball. Swings through. Count 1 and 2. So Wani ahead of both batters that he's faced. Ball high. You can see that heat.
Yeah, pretty firm there, but he's just get it around the zone, try to hit a barrel.
2-2 count.
Maasai hitter digs in. And the pitch.
Very late swing. And
Defensive
Wani blows
swing.
it by him.
That'll make it 2 outs here. See if Wani can get out of the jam.
Guys, remember base loaded.
And you see the slow motion of Wani's pitch there. You can see he's got good mechanics. His release is very close to home plate, and he's got good velocity there.
It's a
Nice
nice block.
block.
Really good from Allen. That just saved a run.
From the catcher, from Samurai.
Catchers recognizing catchers.
Yeah, that's good stuff, man. that just fires you up.
Clement Mambo over there also recognizing. He's a catcher too. Another one.
Gets
Amdani.
this Mambo Maasai hitter into an advantageous count here, 2-0 with 2 outs, and Joseph's got to come to him with a strike. Steps off, checks over at first.
I believe this is the top of the Maasai order. So Maasai would love to scrape out at least 1 run here, but we'll see what happens. Wani delivers a strike.
You know how the tricky comes from. The bases are loaded.
Tell you, that's a really good pitch to swing at it, and I understand wanting to see some pitches from Wani and maybe not quite being on time, but 2-0, you got to be hunting fastball, expecting to do some damage there. Would love to see a swing in that count. Now we're in a 2-1 count, and Wani delivers. It's another fastball. Does swing that time, and it's by him. Go to a 2-2 count now.
And that's where maybe a little bit of inexperience from the Maasai Warriors. Maybe a coach might have impressed upon them the need to get aggressive in certain counts.
Yeah, it's a very kind of a nitpicky strategic thing.
Ball in the dirt, and again
Wow,
blocked.
Saved a run. Oh, don't throw that baseball. Good. Okay.
Great play by Amdani. Some really good defensive catching by Amdani in this
Yeah,
game.
really strong.
And that ball was spiked at 80 miles an hour. He got down and blocked it.
Blocking fastballs is never fun. But that'll do it.
And that's a drop third strike. He tags him for the out. And the Warriors cannot cash in with Wani coming in and giving up 1 walk, but blowing through 2 more batters, 2 strikeouts, and the Samurai United have just 2 more turns at bat before they potentially become the three-peat champions of the Nairobi Baseball Community Series. We are feeling the vibes here at the Nairobi Baseball Community Championship. We got some between innings entertainment for you. This is the end of the 5th inning, so This is our 7th inning stretch. We got a local dance crew entering the field here. See if we can get a camera shot of it.
The shield crew are preparing themselves. I can see even the base umpires are trying to dance.
Let's see what they got in store for us here.
Introducing. And this is the great American game. You see the Moscow?
Welcome to Maasai.
One time for them praying on my downfall. 2 times for the homies in the jail. 3 times for them on the internet when they really should get out more. 4 times for the days that were all bad. 5 times for the they call back. 6 times for the kids like me who got ADHD just to turn the whole world to a crisis. City with an ice pick. I've been paranoid. Usually I ain't like it. How crazy that might get. Beat the police with a nice stick. In my whole life I've been like this. Fly, I'm a moth, flight risk.
You see the business? They mean business. What go?
Guess who's coming? Timberland, aka Bill Drummond. You can get it crunk like me, Timberland. AKA Batman. We guaranteed to make the party people bounce. Fellas say, oh, girls say, ah. Before we start to turn, you must first be in fire.
American law. Nice and calm. You're almost there. Don't mess this. We want to do this.
It's a cultural divide. I'm gonna get it on the floor. You really about to do it? 40 acres full of music. It's bigger than the music. You really about to do it? Yeah, they tried to rig the game, but you can't fake influence.
He's part of the game, you know. He's part of the game, you know.
She said she just a said if you to who the can't be friends. You she get to know feeling. Look like you need a new replacement. Last time we fuck never make a statement. No missionary fuck another we know. Me no go to me house and live in a grass no green. Banana side inside. Do it focus.
Take your dancers for what you like to say right now. Look at my cruciality. It's a big up on the dancers crew.
You did it. More to come, more to come, to much come. The next few minutes, they'll be back right here. Back to the field.
So after an awesome performance there in between innings, we're going to have a pinch hitter here. It's going to be Helen Anyayongo. She'll step in against John Chen again for the Maasai.
Now each Maasai warriors fielding and samurai boxing.
And she takes strike one. Fastball at the bottom of the zone. John's still bringing it, showing some hustle doing it. Here in the top of the 6th inning. Helen takes ball one. It'll be a 1-1 count. And she puts it in play. It's going to be foul ball, tap foul, another fastball, and Helen finds herself 1-2.
Helen Okongo, who is also a star softball player and umpire of the Nairobi baseball community.
We call a strike. Helen on the batting box. For Samurai.
Swings at that ball, bit high, dropped by the catcher, but tagged out.
3 strikes and the batter is out.
And we're back to the top of the order here. Alan will take us up. It's number 10, the catcher.
On the number 10.
Seeing John now for the 3rd time. And he pops one up off the hands. And the first baseman make a great play, lunging play for 2 outs.
Shoestring catch, you
Really
call that.
nice play. Came off the base.
Maasai warriors.
Maasai's got 2 quick outs here.
And John from Maasai must love that in the top of the 6th inning. 2 quick outs.
Absolutely.
After some hard 5 innings of work against the Samurai.
And we'll have another pinch hitter here for Samurai.
In steps George Baguma, who's in from Uganda. George, also an umpire in our Nairobi Baseball Community Series since the beginning. Joined the Samurai. Now second baseman and pinch hitting here.
And he digs again against John. Foul ball, fouled back. John's definitely lost a little bit of velocity as we've gotten later into this game. Understandable. I mean, we're talking about, what, probably 11, 12 innings in 2 days. So just a gutsy performance. Still filling up the zone with a couple different pitches. It's impressive stuff. There's a fastball, probably around mid-70s there.
Strike at the top of the zone there. And as you said, yeah, he probably pitched 5 or 6 innings yesterday, coming out here in the 6th. And still,
that's a tough pitch to take there.
Right around the zone.
Make it a 1-2 count against George. Just off the plate, ball 2. Just missed there. Catcher did a nice job keeping that one, presenting it for the umpire. Umpire did not bite. And we'll do it again at 2-2. Upstairs, ball 3.
That's a strike.
Love this camera angle from Okapi Sports Network.
The umpire says it's a full count.
Full count. 2 outs to George Baguma. And the pitch just a bit inside.
Not by much. That'll bring up Kazuma.
Kazuma, a big hitter. We'll see if Baguma is aggressive on the base paths.
From Samurai number 27, lefty.
Ball inside.
I wonder what Maasai's pitching depth looks like if they're just going to ride John
through the game here. He's got to throw that baseball, and they've got him. Picked him off over at first
George
base.
picked off.
That's a great play and saves John some pitches. What a great play.
Yeah, as you said, that the pitching depth might become an issue the longer this game goes, but the Maasai Warriors get a bit of a gift there with George Baguma caught leaning the wrong way on the base pass, and John from the Warriors quick to pick him off there. And Warriors fans are excited. 6 more outs to scrape back 4 runs against the Samurai. They have the lead, but it's not the most commanding one, and the Warriors have shown tenacity, but they are up against one of the top pitchers in the league, Joseph Wani, who's throwing some heat today. Seems unaffected by pitching a couple of innings against the Infernos yesterday, or pardon me, against Moolies yesterday. He's been throwing strikes, he's been throwing heat, and he got him out of a bit of a jam. First and third, 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. Was that bottom of the 4th, Mitchell? That was bottom of the 5th, right?
Bottom of the 5th, because this is his 2nd inning.
That's right.
So yeah, he's thrown 2/3 of an inning, because Jeremiah got the first out of the 5th.
Yep.
Bottom of the 6th inning. And he's back into the strike zone. It'll make it a 1-1 count. Here's the pitch, 1-1.
That's a rope into right field.
Great swing. Really great swing.
Is that a fastball, Mitchell?
Yep, fastball, middle away. Looks like the Maasai hitter went with it and into right field. That'll bring up the next hitter.
It's a nice piece of hitting, and you love, with 4 runs down as the Warriors, to get the leadoff man on.
Definitely gives your offense a little bit of juice, too, when that runner is because of a hit, something really offensive rather than a walk or a hit by pitch or something like that. Just gives the offense a little bit more belief that they can do it, too, as we get to the top of the order here from Maasai. As we're going to try to take second base, and we're going to have it as that ball sails into center field, but is collected by Jeremiah out there and tossed into George at second base.
And once again, Alan Kumutai running to back up at third base. Not the most advisable, because Wani was also going to back up at second base, leaving home plate open.
Right. So Wani in that situation should be running to third base. If on a stolen base, if that ball gets into center field, as soon as that sees that ball get into center field, he's got to go back up third base, and the catcher has to stay home.
Yeah, but you got to think that Wani is just laser focused right now on throwing strikes.
100%, and he fills up the zone there. It's a 1-1 count. And runner is dancing off of second base. Looks like he's going to try to take third and get 90 feet away, but he holds off for now. Strike 2. I do think offensively, off of Joseph, you just got to be ready for one. You got to be on time for the fastball. You got to go up there expecting fastball. It's his best pitch. As he swings through it, that's strike 3.
Ooh, looks like Allen
got hit by the back
goes down. Hit by the big backswing by the Warriors batter. We hope he's okay. But having faced Wani as a batter, yeah, you just gotta look for a fastball and get your hands down quick, because it's coming in hot.
Right, and it's going to ride up on you, and he's a big guy, staying on top of it. But that's, it's not easy. It's definitely easier said than done.
And even my approach usually you say choke up with 2 strikes. I would choke up from the beginning of the at bat.
Yeah, I get that. I get that for sure.
But yeah, with someone who's throwing 75, 80, 85 miles an hour, as a batter, you're just not trying to do too much. You kind of want to let the pitcher supply the power, because if you get the bat on it, as long as your hands are quick and you get the bat to it, that ball can go far without too much force and without too much effort. So you just don't want to overswing. You want to keep it simple.
Yeah, which is also easier said than done, especially when you're facing somebody where you're seeing him pretty good. It can. I definitely, my eyes would get big on certain pitches, and I'd miss pitches that I should get. Oh wow, they're gonna call the runner out at third? That's not right. So what they're talking about right now, what the umpires are talking about right now, is the hitter hit the runner. The hitter hit the catcher with his backswing as the catcher was going to make a throw to third base, and
I see Brian Maniecki, our technical coordinator, going out to confer with the umpires in case there was some kind of review.
So what the call is if the hitter leaves the batter's box, right? So like this happens a lot on throws to second base. Like if the hitter strikes out and falls over the plate, and gets in the catcher's way, that is called obstruction, and the runner is out. But in that case, what happened was the hitter just finished his normal swing. He didn't make an effort to get in the catcher's way. He didn't obstruct the catcher. The catcher kind of found his bat a little bit, but they called obstruction anyway because contact was made with the catcher.
I think maybe it was because it was made with the catcher as the catcher was making a move to throw to third base. Right.
It's not the hitter's responsibility to get out of the way there, but the Warriors catch a break regardless. Or a Samurai catch a break, rather. Excuse me.
That's right. That is a big break because that was a big run to scrape back.
Yeah, it's in there for strike one.
Because he gets some big strikes from Wani, from Samurai against Maasai Warriors.
Ball outside. 2-1.
We're still on the bottom of the sixth.
Ball low. And still Alan Amdani. Impressive catching performance, digging that ball out of the dirt.
Yeah, working hard back there, even with nobody on. That's a sign of a good catcher.
Warriors batter offering a bunt, but seems like it's just to psych out Joseph. Unsuccessful, and that ball is delivered down the middle for a strike. Full count.
The call goes for full count.
And the payoff pitch with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. Wani kicks and delivers, and it's down for ball 4. Blocked by Allen, but that will put a runner on with 2 outs.
So that call looms large.
Sure does. You're talking about the difference between first and third and with 1 out, and a runner on first with 2 outs. Definitely a tougher situation for Maasai, but they're a scrappy club. Little slide step from Joseph there. Back pick to first base, and he throws it away. That ball's down the right field line. He's going to get 2 bases out of this.
Heading toward the third base.
He's huffing and puffing, but he'll be in safe. Nice block by Yuki at third.
And we have home plate uncovered again. So again, that's Wani's backup over there behind third base.
So again, that was a missing run Would have been 8-5, man on third, 1 out.
But they're 90 feet away from making up for it.
Ooh.
Allen stops another one from getting away.
So let's see what this batter can do from the Warriors. Third base runner trying to psych out Wani with some claps.
Nice
Ball in
block
the dirt.
again.
Allen.
Saving runs, man.
Saving runs all game. At least 3 or 4 of
Yeah,
those
I mean, in that
balls in the
bases
dirt.
loaded situation, last inning had a couple big blocks. So, you know, if those balls get by, that's at least 2 runs. Another run there. I mean, you're talking about a difference between a 1-run game and a 4-run game. That's in there for a strike. And a 3-0 count makes it 3-1.
That one was zipped in there.
Keeps himself in the at-bat. Three-one pitch. In there for strike 2 right on the inside corner.
Not seen a lot of swings lately from the Warriors batters there.
No, very passive against Joseph. We're going to try to steal home here, and he's going to be out.
And
that'll end the inning.
That is a play of inexperience and maybe youthful exuberance by the Maasai Warriors.
You know, I don't blame him for trying to score a run. You know, trying to make something happen, especially, I mean, if the hitter, 2 strike counts are really hard, but it's a 3-ball count as well. You could get a walk if Joseph hasn't been particularly, you know, hasn't exactly been beating up the strike zone. So, no, you definitely have to keep the bat in your batter's hands in that situation. But on we go to the top of the 7th. It's an 8-4 ball game, and we'll welcome back the dance crew.
And admittedly, I'm one to talk. I've been caught stealing home in this series a couple of times.
Man, but if it works, it's awesome.
When it works.
Oh, man.
Again, we get some Kenyan flavor for our Nairobi Baseball Community Series. The dance crew coming out for between innings entertainment for the crowd here. Crowd is likely around 300, 400 strong. Enjoying baseball here. Great day for baseball at the Nairobi Field of Dreams.
And what's really cool is, you know, tons of people are watching, but tons of kids are just out there throwing baseballs, playing catch, picking up bats, hitting into nets, like just getting introduced to the game, finding the fun in the game, keeping it fun. I think, you know, having a DJ and everything here has been great. Just making sure the game is injected with fun is so important to growing the game, and that's been really impressive in my time.
Absolutely, man. Well, thanks for coming out to Kenya.
It has been a privilege. It was something I was not expecting during my, you know, I'm out here on a work trip, and just kind of found myself, you know, reached out to Tom just to see what the baseball scene was like, and a couple weeks later, I'm commentating a championship game. So life works in mysterious ways, and I'll take it. It's been a lot of fun, and I'm glad to be here.
It's a bit of the magic of baseball, you know.
100%, man. If you can speak the language and you know, show that you care, it opens a lot of doors for you and to some pretty cool experiences. The amount of people I've met, you know, Kenyans that are new to the game, want to play the game. You know, had the chance to give away some gloves and some shirts, and just kind of it's been really inspiring to see the youthful exuberance around the game here.
That's awesome, man. As someone who's lived in Kenya, Nairobi, for 9 years.
Wow.
Seeing Kenyans take up the game of baseball has been awesome. Kenyans are gamers. Kenyans are resilient. They do a lot with very little resources. It's 2026, and this is the first baseball complex near the capital city of Nairobi. And this is just the beginning. The community is growing. Every year that we've had the Nairobi Baseball Community Series, we have grown the number of teams and the reach.
That's outstanding.
And we've increased the interest. More people are following the socials.
Yeah, that's so cool.
More people tuning into the live stream. More partners are coming forward wanting to support. And we always gotta thank our partners. First and foremost, our host, Jomo Kenyatta University of Agricultural Technology, JQuat, here in Juja. We're off exit 15 on Thika Highway. Just about 45 minutes outside Nairobi, depending on traffic, but it's not too bad a trip on the Thika Highway. And it's a beautiful venue for baseball. This is an agricultural university. We have acacia trees in the background here at field number 2, our first ever international standard fields that was completed in January 2026. In December last year, we hosted the World Baseball Softball Continental Qualifiers for the 15 and under age group. So the whole continent, we had South Africa, Uganda, South Sudan, and Kenya participating. And it's fantastic to see that there's now a home for baseball in Kenya because Kenya is very central to the region. South Africa is really the center of gravity for baseball on the continent. They have the most baseball fields, over 20 of them. They have baseball clubs. They have extensive coaching. They've run clinics for a long time there. And you could see that in the way that the team played in December. But there are up-and-coming baseball players here in Kenya, definitely in Uganda and South Sudan. And the fact that there was a Field of Dreams here in East Africa, in Nairobi, Kenya, meant that South Sudan and Uganda could take a bus and come here to compete.
Yeah, there are athletes everywhere. Athletes are everywhere, and you know, with the right coaching and the right exposure to the game, man, anyone can be good at baseball, and it's fun to watch. Kazuma flies one into left field there to start off the 7th, and it's caught. So that's a nice play out in left.
Nice play.
He's made a couple nice catches out today. Good to see a little life in the Warriors heading into this 7th inning. One out for the 4-hitter.
And it looks like John, the pitcher from the Warriors, is angling for a complete game. So pitching depth may not even be any kind of question for the Warriors if you have a pitcher who can go 11 innings, 12 innings, maybe 13 in 2 days.
It's gutsy, man. It's a gutsy performance.
So he's got to love seeing one pitch, one out
at
the top of the inning.
100%. Yuki taps one to third base. Should be a hop, big throw over to first, and it gets by. Yuki's going to take second on the overthrow. So Samurai is back in business. They've got one out with a runner on second after the E5.
That was a tough play for the third baseman to make. He hesitated a little bit. That ball was a bouncer. And if he had made his first step in, he might have caught that ball on the big hop in the air.
That's exactly right.
But he made the first step back thinking it was hit hard. And looks like Yuki is angling to steal third base. He slides in.
There's no
Ball's
play.
overthrown. No play at third.
Samurai looking for some insurance here before the bottom of the 7th.
Yuki Kashiwagi, always a gamer. He hasn't played much for the Samurai this season in particular, as he's been, as the ball's grounded to third. Bounces off the third baseman, can't handle the hop. Goes into foul territory in the left field corner. Runner gets to first base but does not advance further, and that scores a run, putting the Samurai at 9 over the Maasai Warriors 4. As I was saying, yeah, Yuki didn't get much playing time with the Samurai this season, but I know he was working on his restaurant, Che Cafe, in Nairobi.
Cool.
He has a lovely Japanese restaurant that moved venues. He was moving to a new location this year, and I know he was working hard on that. Didn't have a lot of time for baseball, but he made it out for the playoffs, and he's made it out for the championship, and he is ready to go and steal a base when needed. He scored the 9th run for the Samurai, and always a threat at the plate and on the bases. John trying to regather himself here and get the second out.
That's inside middle, head to the backstop. Tell you though, John's getting soft contact. Even in the 7th inning, even after all the pitches, he is missing barrels. He's doing a great job with some pretty talented hitters in this Samurai lineup. He's missing barrels, getting weak contact. It's a tough surface to play on at times, but man, he's doing a great job and gutting through a long game here. And that'll be ball 2. Even the count at 2s.
Got under that one a little bit.
Just a little, pushed it a little bit. And then we've got a runner at second base now, advanced on the pass ball, on the wild pitch rather.
There's a strike.
Fouls it back. Stays alive here. 2-2 count. We'll do it again.
Definitely a gutsy performance from John here.
Yeah, fun to watch.
This is what we call finals. Another foul ball from Samurai.
Foul back to stay alive. John comes set for the 2-2 and delivers. Hit to center field. That's going to get down.
He's 1-2 on the pass.
It's tough. The second baseman thought it was more weakly hit than it was. His first step was in. Then he had to retreat as the ball was hit over his head.
Not quite enough to score the runner from second base, so we'll have first and third here with one out in the top of the 7th. So as Jeremiah digs in with one out, John delivers. And nice stop by the catcher there. Ball was way up, jumped up, and kept it from going to the backstop. Probably would have been a run.
As the Samurai runner takes second base, uncontested. As he does a twirling back pick, but straight to the shortstop.
So that was really smart, what he just did there. And the umpire is going to go talk to him. He has to throw that ball because he didn't disengage from the rubber first. He has to throw that baseball. But there was no one covering at second base, so at the last second he pivots and throws it to his shortstop and avoids getting a balk called him. So
it's a nice play.
That's really smart. Good
Strike
understanding.
Called. 1-1 count. See if John can continue this gutsy performance and limit the damage here.
Crowd still going strong for him. Pick to third.
Oh,
throws it
maybe
away.
ill-advised.
That'll score another, make it 10-4 Samurai.
Samurai goes to 10.
I was talking about this a little bit earlier. It's cool, though. It's fun to watch, and it can come back and bite you, but these guys are aggressive with the baseball. They're hunting for outs. They're looking for opportunities to get outs. They know the game. They're playing defense, but they're offensive in their mindset, right? They're trying to hunt for outs. And there's something cool about that, and I think once they learn how to play a little bit more, they'll be able to do that at a really high level and know when to shut it down and focus on the hitter.
Yeah. If there are any coaches out there who are interested, I think the Maasai Warriors are a great candidate to get a little bit of refinement in their aggressive game. Clearly, they're challenging the very polished and very experienced Samurai. But a few overthrows, few extra throws have led to a cascade of runs for the Samurai, and that is ripped up the left field line.
That'll be extra bases for Casilla. Ringing double down the left field line. He got every bit of that baseball as he turned on an inside fastball.
Yeah, and that might be a little bit of exhaustion for John the pitcher. in his 7th inning of work today.
Maasai Warriors 4.
Velocity going down a little bit. And Samurai pulling away here. Looking like the championship might be in their grasp.
On the next, that's number 42, jersey, Wani.
As Joseph Wani steps to the plate, the pitcher who stands to close out this game next inning.
Ball down, pass ball. Jeremiah will
Fastball,
advance
he
to
might
third
have
base.
a play, but he does not
And the batter
make the
runner
throw
from
to third.
second managed to go to third base.
And it'll be a 1-0 count as John sets up for Joseph Wani. Big swing and a miss to make it 1-1, even things up.
Wani a bit out in front there.
Wani swings.
He's not getting cheated.
No, he's taking hacks.
A little bit shorter that time. Swings through it. Makes it 1-2 count. See if John can get himself a second out here.
Call for time. So we have 2 strikes for Wani.
Nice little slider from John. He's had the success against Wani, the batter. Strikes him out. Two outs in the inning. One more out to get to give the Maasai their last licks. Nice pitch from John.
Still, the game is getting competitive.
Got a pinch hitter on deck. Lefty for Samurai. Haven't seen him yet today. Looking to step in if we get that far.
Fouled off.
Tipped back, and that is
again into the catcher.
no fun.
Might have gone into the groin there.
Medics.
It looks like maybe the ribs.
Yeah, it looks like it got him in the chest protector, but I'm actually familiar with that Nike chest protector he's wearing, and I can confirm that it is not very well padded. So that's no fun.
Looks like it got him in the side of the ribs there.
Yeah.
That is a rough place. Might have missed the very little padding from that chest protector there.
'Good to see the catcher get up there. He's going to stay in the game. Just probably needed a second, knock the wind out of him. Been there. Not fun. But we'll get back to work here. John's got himself in a 1-2 count against the lefty from Samurai. Runner on third base. Jeremiah's over there 90 feet away. An 11-4 game here in the top of the 7th inning. One-two pitch. Popped up down the third base line, and it's over the third baseman. Left field was shaded towards left center, so that ball gets down the line a little bit. It'll be a base hit. And drive in Jeremiah, make it a 12-4 game for Samurai. Nice little piece of two-strike hitting there to flick that fastball down the third base line and keep the inning going.
And Top of the 7th, we got 2 outs, I believe. Is it
Yeah,
2
we got
outs or
2.
1 out? We got 2 outs. And here, as a guest commentator, is ifwebuildit.org co-founder Tom Wallace, raring to get in the booth for the final innings of the game. Here he is, the man, the myth.
Thanks, Kev. You know, they say they always bring in the closers, the big closers to close out the big games. So I had to jump in with Mitchell. So excited to be here. What a day of baseball, Mitchell.
It's been an absolute blast watching 2 good teams get after it.
The Samurai have run away with it here in at the top of the 7th.
But I'll tell you, the score is the scorebook does not reflect the closeness of this game, especially through the first 5 or 6 innings. Even once Samurai put up 8, it was a really competitive game. Both teams wanted it. Tie score through 4. It's been a great game to watch. And the bigger story is just the promise of baseball in Kenya and the promise of this organization, and the future's bright.
You guys have been talking about Maasai Land Academy, Baseball Academy. These guys have been going for 6-7 years as an academy out in an area outside of Nairobi. And this is years of work for these guys finally paying off. So they're in the finals against these guys who are returning champions. And look, one thing we know about baseball, even as we get a walk and another runner advances to first base, and we got man on first and second, Maasai still have a chance. 8 runs is not insurmountable in the bottom of an inning.
Absolutely not. We've seen them wreak some havoc on the base paths, just putting guys on, advancing them. Obviously, they've been very aggressive on the base paths, stealing bases. They're going to need to be smart in this last inning, but if they can put some balls in play, maybe take advantage if Wani's feeling a little bit wild on the mound, they could very easily turn this thing into a game. As that ball's bounced to third base, step on third base. That'll do it for the 7th inning, and we head to the bottom of the 7th, see what the Maasai Warriors can do.
Angels at Bat, one of our sponsors. I'm sure you guys have talked a ton about Angels at Bat over the course of the game. And just want to say thank you again to Angels at Bat and a lot of the organizations out there that are tuning in. We know a lot of organizations from the United States are watching. We have Mario Signorello, who's been watching from a most recent surgery he went through. He woke up this morning to watch the game all the way from Florida.
Is that right?
From the Africa Baseball Project. Just want to give a shout out to Mario Signorello, watching from the hospital.
Tell you, it takes special people to make things work like this halfway across the world, and Mario's no different. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, big shout out to Mario. So here we are, bottom of the 7th. Samurai are moments away, 3 outs away from a 3rd championship. People are starting to talk around Nairobi and in the baseball community. How do we basically deal with a franchise that has got a legacy and a dynasty basically proven now?
I think it's all about player development, right? You see the guys, the Samurai players. They've got some guys from Japan. They've got some guys, some pretty polished players like Alan as he takes his glove back to hop behind the plate. Guys who can just play the position, make the easy plays, and constrain the big inning. So when you have guys who are filling up the zone, when you have guys who are competing on and off the field, that's how you reach that elite level, and that's something that comes with time, comes with playing baseball. We were talking about it earlier with some of Maasai's aggressive decisions on the base paths. It's just something you have to play the game to figure out. You have to play the game to figure out you can't make that throw, you can't take that base, or you have to run in that situation. It's something you can't read it in a book, and so it's
That's right.
It's the experience level and the polish and the coaching that the Samurai players have received. As that gets disseminated into the rest of the baseball community and culture here, I think the Samurai are going to have their toughest test. If they pull this one off, they're going to be challenged even harder next year.
Wani with the first delivery outside. We've seen this before. Joseph Wani on the mound at the end of the game, ready to bring home the championship. The 19-year-old South Sudanese right-hander has actually had a number of conversations with schools across the United States, Division III up to Division I. part of an elite group of his generation out of South Sudan. The second pitch there, third pitch in for a strike.
Yeah, he's been really impressive today. Came in a big spot in the 5th inning. Got 2 punch outs to get his team out of that one. Pretty clean 6th inning with a little bit of help from some base running, and already off to a good start in this bottom of the 7th.
The South Sudan Stallion, as I like to call him.
Yeah, he's a big boy, too.
Oh, nice
in there
curveball
for
in.
strike 3. That's a banger.
Sends a message. It is not going to be an easy road to a comeback here for the Maasai Warriors. Wani 2 outs away from a 3rd championship for the Samurai United. Yeah, like I was saying, the South Sudan group of his age, really one of the big next waves and generations of baseball players on the continent, proving themselves. Wani out here putting in the work. The first delivery for a ball. 1-0. 1 out. Bottom of the 7th. We play 7 innings here in the Nairobi Baseball Community Championship. Wani winds and delivers. A swing for first strike. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Attacking the zone early in counts. Wani's struggled at times with command today and historically, but getting ahead of these hitters right now is really important for him to, like Tom, you said, quash any hope of a comeback for Maasai. When you start to let them back into the game with free 90s, free bases, that's when you can get yourself into trouble.
So a change up into the dirt for a second ball. 2-1 pitch. Low again, but went for the swing. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
He's in the house. Makofi kwake. Makofi mazuri jameni. You are most welcome, sir.
Number 42, Joseph Wani.
Executive Committee of National
Ready to deliver.
Olympic Committee of Kenya.
The windup and the stretch. Went for a curveball that got out of control for him. Lost a little bit of control. Goes up high. Full count, 3-2.
Yeah, just backed up on him there a little bit. His hands got a little bit underneath that curveball. Easy to do. Something that he's going to work on as he keeps developing as a pitcher, staying on top of that breaking ball.
The delivery. And in the ground, in the dirt. So Wani puts one on here in the bottom of the 7th. Gives a little bit of a lifeline for Maasai Warriors. Not a big lifeline, but it's something at this point. A rally can start with just that. And I suspect we'll see Maasai looking to be aggressive on the base path here.
They haven't shown any indication that they're willing to slow down. They've been running around the field all day. They've had a lot more success stealing second base than third base so far. So I bet they're aggressive in taking second base. Joseph also has a pretty big delivery to home plate. He's not exactly quick to the plate.
Runner at first advances to second.
Yeah, right away.
They're just not even going to let him really make a play on him.
Yeah.
Maasai Warriors.
And if I'm Joseph right now, I'm not even thinking about the base runner. I've got 8 runs to play with. I'm thinking about this hitter and just this hitter because he's where I'm going to get my out from.
Runner goes, runs down to third, and the ball is thrown errantly into left field. Looks like Maasai is going to get themselves a run. So aggressive base path running puts them down 7. 1 run in for Maasai Warriors, 12-5 with 1 out and a 1-1 count. Stranger things have happened in baseball, Mitchell.
Oh, far stranger, yeah. Just when you think you've seen it all, something crazier happens. So, can't rule anybody out at this point. Joseph comes set in a 1-1 count. Outside for ball 2.
So Wani falls behind in the count 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. 1 out.
There it is.
There it is. Wani puts it in for a second strike, puts himself at 2-2. Just get in that rhythm. I'm sure you know that.
Yeah, something we were talking about a bit before the game is he comes set for a 2-2 pitch. Adding velocity is going to get him noticed and get him somewhere. Staying in the strike zone is going to keep him there.
as that's upstairs for ball 3, just miss. And what I mean by that is the velocity is the stuff that gets you recruited. You could throw really hard. Colleges, scouts are going to notice you. But if you can't throw it for strikes, you're not going to hang out very long. If you can throw it for strikes, you're going to stay for a long time playing this game.
There's a ball 4 high and upstairs. And the thing that I noticed as Wani wants to come and have a conversation with his catcher is that, you know, the Samurai United really sort of held Wani back in the last 2 days. So we, as a league, don't play multiple games that often. And we play like once every 2 weeks. This season was the first time we played multiple games. Previous seasons, we were playing once a month just because of like the ability to organize lots of games. So these guys aren't playing multiple games on a weekend. They're not playing a lot. So what the Japanese team did, Samurai United team did here, is they held Wani back because they played 2 games yesterday. He pitched a little bit, came in relief. But where we've seen Wani really be successful is he has a little trouble in the beginning, but he'll pitch over a 7-inning stretch, and he can actually lock in about inning 2. So the question is, can he come in relief and lock down, because it's not actually his comfort zone.
Right, and I think a lot of that has to do with, I mean, he was playing center field for the first 5 innings of this game. The routine that you develop as a pitcher is so important to your success. If you don't have the ability to warm up properly, go through, I know he's really intense about his fundamentals when it comes to bands and plyo balls as the runner advances to second base there uncontested. When you don't have the opportunity to engage in that routine, it can be really hard to go execute in the middle of a game. Which is why, you know, starters are very meticulous with their routines pregame, and even relievers now have very specific things that they do to get ready to go into a baseball game. That ball is pumped into left center field.
Deep left center field. It's back to the gate wall. It's gone into the left center to the fence. 1 run scores. Runners going around, batters going around all the way to third base in for a triple.
That ball was smoked into the left center field gap, rolled to the fence there over by the M. Copa sign. And that's the thing about throwing hard. If you get a barrel on it, it's going to go. And Joseph finds himself in a 6-run game now with 1 out in the bottom of the 7th. That was the best scene. That was the best ball we've seen hit all day.
That's right.
He didn't miss a single bit of that baseball.
So a triple into the gap puts Maasai Warriors onto third base, not second. Third base runner, 1 out. 0-0 count to a new batter. Bottom of the 7th, end of the game here. Last inning, now only down 5 with the run to put them down 4 in scoring position. 12-6, my apologies.
Takes a strike, it'll be a 1-1 count as the 7th run is 90 feet away.
Can we check that score, 12-6? Can we check there? It's 12-6.
By him, late swing there. Wani pumps a fastball by him, and it's a 1-2 count.
So we're just going to double check that score line of 12-6 versus 11-6. That would make a difference just in our commentating. It's a grounder to the second baseman. George picks it up and scoops it while the Maasai gets in another run, making it 12-7, puts them at 2 outs. So a sacrifice grounder to the right side of the infields.
1 run, so we are going to Maasai Warrior 7, Samurai 11.
So we've got 11-7. It's a 4-run game. Confirmed.
It's 11-7.
Confirmed by the DJ back there.
11-7.
A better handle on the score than we do.
Sorry.
Oh.
Maasai Warrior 7, Samurai 12.
Oh,
12. So
we
it got
were
called
right.
back
Okay.
again. So it goes back to 12-7. Sorry.
12-7.
We don't have the scorers right next to us in the booth, so there's a bit of this is coordination here. So 5 runs still, 2 outs. Big swing there on the 1-0 delivery. Wani went upstairs, and it got chased. No runners on base for the Warriors.
Yeah, Wani can get real comfortable in this at-bat. 2 outs to go. I bet you'll see a steady diet of fastballs here.
Strike 2. 2 outs, actually, 2 outs. This is it. 0-2, 1-2 count. we could be watching the final delivery here from Joseph Wani to end the game.
Down to their last strike.
Last strike. A beautiful night at the Nairobi Field of Dreams complex, one of the only multi-field complexes in the continent, on the continent outside of South Africa. Wani, number 42, with the delivery. Outside for a ball, 2-2. Another special moment right here being brought to you by Okapi Sports Network and ifwebuildit.org in the Nairobi baseball community. Wani sets, looks down the pipe, winds and delivers into the dirt.
Yeah, just overthrowing a little bit right now. He understands the moment, wants to get this last out. He's got to settle down and throw a fastball over the heart of the plate, try to get a swing.
The Favazela not helping the concentration. The extra noise from the Maasai Warriors trying to just get some kind of advantage.
Maasai Warriors 7.
As Wani tries to lock in to finish and put the Warriors, sorry, not the Warriors, the Samurai on top for the third time.
Toes the rubber, kicks and fires, and he put him on. Ball
So
down.
not his moment just then, but he's got a lot of room here. This is what I've always said, in all of this stuff. This is not going to be, this is not like an earth-shattering game. A lot of guys put a lot of value to this. But as we were talking earlier, just for Joseph Wani to have the time out here and for the other guys to have the time in a big moment like this, you can't get this from training with a plyo ball or a stretchy band or just throwing in the backyard. If you don't have the field, if you don't have the stage, you're not going to feel the pressure. You're not going to have the context. You're not going to know what these moments feel like.
And it's so important, and we were talking about it with the experience of some of the Samurai players who have undoubtedly been in this position before. Just knowing what that feels like, being able to compete under that level of pressure is such a benefit in the postseason.
So here we go. Wani with 2 strikes, way ahead in the count. Samurai up 12-7, bottom of the 7th.
And this hitter for Maasai is seemingly a little bit more willing to swing the bat, and so that could play to Joseph's advantage here if he throws a fastball at the top of the zone.
The dynasty in the making, and there it is. Warriors close it up. Samurai close it out on the Warriors. And it's almost like they've done it before, which they have. They're not even celebrating. They're just shaking hands. It's another day at the office for Samurai United. Amazing.
It's a big win. You can see the emotion. They're clearly happy to have won the championship here. It was a great effort by both sides today. The game was much closer than the score shows, and it was a 5-run game. Really hard work has paid off all across the diamond today. It's been really fun to watch.
I got to jump in and take all the glory from Kevin, your co-announcer, who stuck it out the whole game with you. You guys sound like you had a great time.
Yeah, Kevin's fantastic. Both you guys have started such a special organization here. I'm honored to have just played a small part in today's color commentating, but the amount of effort that it takes to set something like this up, from the food to the chairs to the umpires to the getting the teams out here in uniforms, it doesn't happen without you two. And I think for all the credit that the players deserve, our 2 co-founders here have deserved their moment in the sun as well.
Thanks, man. And thanks to all of the sponsors out there, all the partners, all the people behind the scenes who made it happen. Look, when you just look at this, you see all the kids from the Maasai Warriors Little League team out there to support their team. Samurai United out there. We've got all the green shirts, all the umpires and officials. These guys are all friends, family. We've created an incredible community here. It's organizations like Angels at Bat who do shipments and support baseball all over the continent that have just been so incredible. You can't do things alone. You got to go together as a team, and this is 100% a team effort. And Mitchell, it's amazing that you've gotten to be part of the team just for a little bit of time, man. That makes you a community member for forever, man. I've
gotten very lucky, very, very lucky. Absolutely. Baseball is a small community no matter where you go, and it's been a blast to be a part of it.
All right. Well, that is going to wrap it up. We'll see if we can follow some of the on-field announcements during this. I'm going to go out there and get into the mix. Mitchell, awesome stuff, man. Really amazing to have you here. Thank you to all of our viewers all around the world who've been tuning in. It's an incredible moment. Samurai United on top again for a third time running. There has been no other champion other than Samurai United. We will see you next season when we come back to see if anybody can unseat the champion and the holder of the crown, Samurai United. But just awesome stuff, man. So glad you were here to witness. Look at these guys from Maasai Warriors. Just awesome.
So cool. So we'll sign off here, and I think the live stream will continue to play as the awards and the ceremony is announced. But we'll sign off. My name is Mitchell. It's been a pleasure calling this game, and thank you all to all our viewers. We'll see you next time.
Tunajenga, tunacheza.
Right away to the medal ceremony. But before we do that, Mr. Sasha Mutai, please join us. You want to give one out? You want to take one? Mr. Titus Muturi, please join us if you're still around.
Fun stuff, man. Dude, thank you.
And of course,
That was awesome.
Mr. Francis.
You did great, man.
As well.
Well, they made it 3 runs in the end.
Yeah.
Shit.
Little last minute surge.
Okay.
That's great. Yeah, thanks for letting me
Tom
do
and
that. That was
Kev.
fun.
That was awesome. Yeah, you did great. You did great.
Where's
Yeah.
Kev? Is he hiding somewhere?
I need to go out.
Yeah, you go.
Great. Okay, usually we hear the voices of all the guys who sit on the big tables.
Thank all the team if we build it for making all this possible, the officials, the players, and everyone. Like, this was all a team effort. Yeah, thank you guys.
Big round. Okay, so I'll call upon Eddie. Eddie's not here with us. I'll call upon Sasha Mutai to reward our second runners-up, Mulye's Children's Family. Are we here? Mko hapa? Team ya yellow? Aya, anzeni kutembea hivi. Come this way. Just face this way so that everyone can see you. Come up even. So you can stand here. Congratulations, Mule's. Is that the right way, Ines? The Mule's Children's Family.
So Moodley's is from northern Machacos, all the way from northern Machacos. They came out, this is their first season in the league, and they were the #1 team throughout. Best record in the standings. Yesterday they lost to the ultimate champions, Samurai United.
Mule's. Sasha, thank you so much for joining us. I'll call upon Mr. Francis Karugu to join us and reward our second runners-up. First runners-up, Maasai Warriors.
So Maasai Warriors, this is their second season in the league, and the Maasai Warriors Nairobi Little League team won the Nairobi Little League Championship last year. So last year, Little League champions, this year, runners-up for the big league.
Nasikia pararira, pararira. Ndio hiyo sasa. Ndio hiyo sasa. Aya, sawa, 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 sawa. Congratulations, Maasai Warriors. Great stuff. And thank you so much, Mr. Francis. And now, guys, a big round of applause to our winners. And to award our winners, I will call upon the chair of the baseball, Mr. Titus Muturi, to award them. Guys, big round, big round. So this is their third time winning this championship. Yes, come this way. Yeah. Guys, big round, big round. This team has been consistent. And I have a feeling that there's one or two teams that are working very hard to come and beat you next year. So, congratulations. Congratulations. I saw her run. She looked like she was a sprinter like me earlier when we were younger. Congratulations. Good job, guys. Good job. This is great, guys, to see this. Our third season on a new pitch, you know, on a new baseball field. It's a miracle. It's one that was prayed for and has been delivered. I had not seen this gentleman today, Takeshi. Guys, a big round of applause to Mr. Takeshi. So for those of you who do not know, Takeshi is our other board member. He's usually very quiet, but very effective. Very nice to see you, Takeshi. Congratulations. So just like we did earlier this afternoon, I'd like for all the teams to stand close. First, the winners, right? Just let's stand around the base. Come around, guys. Yeah. Seems like.
And now, introducing the 2026 Nairobi Baseball Community Champions, the Samurai United! Three years in a row. And there we have it, Cynthia. Oh boy!
Well, that's what winning feels like. That is what winning feels like. Whoa! One more. Okay. It seems like everybody's gonna do this. Let's go. Whoa! And Takeshi. Brilliant. Congratulations, champions. Wadi! Whoa!
Man, what a special moment. Samurai, congratulations. It's been an amazing season. Takeshi, thank you for all of your hard work organizing this. Thank you to everybody. We want to bring everybody together to show our visitors what we do best. We are best when we are a community. Everybody gather around home plate. We're going to do the big If We Build It cheer. Everybody together facing the outfield so that they can hear us in Nairobi all the way that way. We're going to send them a big cheer. Everybody get around home plate. DJ, give us some music. If you're sitting in the crowd and you want to see this, come on out and watch it. Come on, get out here. If you want to see this, come on to the field. Come on out. Come out to the field. If you want to see what this looks like from that side, from this side, come on out. Come out to the field. Everybody walk on out. We're not doing it until you come out. Come on out.
We are inviting all participating today. Let us raise.
All right, this is going to be a big one, guys. We're going to get everybody out here. We're going to get everybody in the stands. If you want to be in there, come on out. Come on out from the stands. Come on, everybody out. Let's go. Come on out, everybody. Good. Oh, the dancers are out, man. Come on, everybody out. Everybody gets to be a part of this. Come on, everybody out. Let's go.
Everybody get in, please.
Let's see how look, Mitchell's out here.
Everyone, kindly.
Come on, everybody out here.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's join our teams. Let's join our teams from all over.
Yeah, all the kids can come in the front. Everybody come. If you're a smaller kid, come sit here. You can sit right here. Come on, everybody. This is a big community.
Tunauliza watu wote
We all win today.
Everyone. Those who are seated, kindly get into the field.
All right, everybody come down. Come on. Kipagari Angels in the front. Come on, Kipagari Angels. Angels. Come on. Oh, yeah.
Hey! Today's a special day.
Can I get it, kid?
Get in.
Can I clear my throat? I think I need to clear my throat. Wow, everybody come on out. Dancers. Come on. We're going to do a big one here. This is going to be the biggest ever. Nick, come on out. Come out, everybody out. Come on, this is the big one.
Waiting for those who are seated there, please, kindly, can you join
Ninja,
us?
come on out. Now, look at this.
All those who are standing at the main gate, kindly just get in.
All right, we're waiting on everybody. We're going to have to make this bigger.
Those who are standing at the main gate,
It's amazing.
Wow, what a day.
There you go, Martin. Get in there, Martin.
Hey, those guys, those crew in...
Back it up. We got to get everybody. There you go, Chris. Come on out. This is amazing.
I can see some guys outside.
Come on, get in. Let's go, all the kids to the front. We're not done yet. Come on, get out there.
Get in, very fast, gentlemen.
There we go. Wow, look at that.
Nairobi baseball community is growing. You all look so amazing. Thank you so much for coming around. Without you, we wouldn't have this tournament. So thank you so much to all our fans, to our folks all the way from the US. Guys, thank you so much. Our guys from Japan, we really appreciate you. Thank you. Okay. So, Tom. Okay. You know, you already know. Hold up. Here you go. You need the mic.
Who's ready? You know how to do it, yeah? If you build it, we'll play, yeah? Shall we do it for a start? If we build it, what do we do? I cannot hear you, man. If we build it. If we build it. And if we show it, also what do we do? We play. So let's do it, yeah? This house, yeah? If we build it. If we build it. If we build it. That's it. I cannot hear this little fine people play. If we build it, let me sit here. If we build it, if we build it, nice, thank you. Are you ready? Ah! You didn't say that you liked it. Okay. 3 times, yeah? I'm going to go for the chant 3 times, yeah? Just 3 times, okay? If we build it, if we build it, final time, if we build it! Thank you.
Round of applause to him. Big round. Thank you so much. That's us. One more. DJ. Let's do this. The kids have to go home now, so this is our last dance, and then the kids get in bus. Yes.
Way.